Hello, everyone, and welcome to what is not Over the Kalejaw Peaks, like I almost said, and what I said last night. This is Dungeon Brawl. So,
Dungeon Brawl.
We're glad to be back after a brief break, and we've got a lovely crew of individuals here, which, for if anyone is not familiar with, we've got in order. I just double checked and I was like, did I have everyone's name look right? We've got Dee Dee.
Hi.
We've got Mercury. We've got Kelly. We've got Wheeler.
Hi.
And substituting in, since Chris cannot have his video up, we have a small smiley face, but Chris is there in spirit.
I promise I'm sort of smiling. Can't you tell?
The mask I wear is always smiling. But today's interesting one-shot is going to bring a group of varied clerics to different deities together for a bit of an abstract adventure and exploration in a place that they just are not aware. So, as per usual, you know, do the things, follow the social medias. If I can talk and type, I can type the word socials and get the commands working. If you want to follow us on any of our social media, our Discord or our TikTok, our YouTube, our Instagram, or our Twitter, those are all in the chat right now. You can follow those various links. If you want to watch the Mystery of the Archmage, I got it this time, is on Wednesday, as well as our Arch stream which, on Sunday, back in Stylus. Right, Chris? Right.
Yeah, I'm doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
I hear.
Just checking.
We haven't quite done all the switches yet. I'm there tomorrow.
All right. So Sunday, back in Stylus for a little bit of artwork. Mystery of the Archmage on Wednesday for Words' campaign.
Archwizard?
Archwizard? Archmage? Ah! One day I'll figure it out.
Same thing.
I don't know what's going on. Tune in on Wednesday. You'll find all sorts of cool stuff and cool people. We have, I believe we do not have mini paint and chill this Thursday.
Yeah, not this Thursday. My birthday's on Friday, and I took the day off, and I'm going home on Thursday night, so
no mini painting this week. Sorry. And as usual, Over the Kalejaw Peaks on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, all sorts of fun stuff. We've got several fun people here. You'll see all of us at some point within the weeks. As per usual, there will not be this following Saturday. There will not be a Dungeon Brawl. The Saturday after that, on I believe the 12th. I think that's that day. Math. 13th. I will not be here for your bi-weekly Dungeon Brawl. Instead, our lovely friend Wheeler here will be DMing in my stead while I'm out of town.
ace me.
So,
Chaos
tune in for seeing Wheeler's wild concoctions that he may throw at everyone. But, I think that is the majority of what we need to discuss with our little announcements. You look like you want to say something, Wheeler.
No, I'm good.
Why were you just like leaning in on your microphone, buddy?
Oh, I was just moving.
Oh no. Did we lose?
No, Dee Dee's still here.
No, we lost Chris.
Oh,
Oh no.
my
Luckily,
Wi-Fi.
that doesn't move anything out of the way, so.
My Wi-Fi is a little unstable, so I'm gonna try and switch networks and see if it works.
Yes. Yeah, give us a brief moment. You may see some flickering for a second. 'Cause
Sorry,
I'm also
guys.
Gonna change. I'm going to actually change something really quickly. Change.
I think you guys are good now. I think me switching networks was good. Oof.
Hide non-video participants. There we go.
We good.
Hey, but starting tomorrow, I will have different internet.
Heck yes.
Hell yeah.
Excited about that.
Woo!
The fun of streaming over the internet is that we are always kind of battling the internet itself.
Everything.
All right, let me fix this really quickly.
Skynet is screwing us up right now.
The robots that are coming for us, they are displeased with our creative processes. Anyways, now that we have our videos lined back up, Chris is in fact here. And I say we should start beginning. Yeah, bring up my musical choices for the evening. Nope, Spotify said today's not the day for this.
Spotify. Spotify. There might be a lot of vodka in this.
There's a lot of claw in this fight.
Oh, that's loud. Oh. Ugh. Everything's going a little bit hectic today. Ah, that's because it's not going to the right place. That's entirely the reason why. There we are. You know, it's not a stream of many things stream unless we have audio issues. Today, you even get video issues.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Are you guys feeling important yet? All right. Now that I have a bit of music, let us begin. All of you are powerful priests in the large stone city of Elviron, a metropolis built atop a mountain range. Strong stone buildings and marble pillars being the foundation of the whole of the city. And it's considered kind of a large conduit of magic and power, given its proximity to the sky and its historical origins of being sources of power for mages of far on times. Each of you is a respective deity or a respective high priest within your churches, powerful and well respected within your realms. But on a particularly stormy night, many of you, going about your day, begin receiving visions from your various gods and goddesses. Be them through flashes of lightning and visions following, or meditations amongst your books and libraries, or brief respites and flashes of memory as you lay to rest a final corpse into its coffin. You see a series of visions. One flash of a library, different stacks of books and tiered stairwells, all leading up to a quick pan in. This twisted stone and wood staff, almost snake-like and serpentine, twisting up to a giant crystal carved with runes at the top. A quick snap, and then your vision changes. A different room, a dining hall. A long hall of doors coming after it. And then your vision snaps again. It suddenly shows a chapel. And at the very end of the chapel, an intricate wooden box, carved with scenes and battles and arcane runes along all the rims. Your vision snaps yet again. You see the city streets filled with creatures. Humans almost twisted and covered in either fur or scale, lightning striking in the background as the storm prevails. What humans aren't twisted by whatever happenings are going on are being chased by the creatures as the city begins roiling and cracking under the weight of weather and shaking earth. Your vision snaps back once more to where you were. And with a loud boom of thunder in the background, you hear a few distant screams outside of your respective buildings. The visions that you have seen have begun to start. As you go outside, you all see people running, creatures chasing them, as the storm grows wild and furious around you. Those of you connected to the goddesses of storm and strife feel almost uncomfortable. This is not your goddess. This is something malevolent and something evil on the winds. Those of you more attuned to the cycles of life and death feel something pulling and draining from the civilians around you. Those of you attuned to the war and battle around you feel the bloodshed, feel the adrenaline and just the violent desire to destroy. And looking off into the direction that this feeling seemed to emanate from, you see at the center of the city, there is a tumultuous tempest, a tornado almost building up and billowing from the center of the city, where an arcane glow of blues and oranges and purples seem to be roiling from it. Something is going wrong, but you trust the visions that seemingly came from your various deities. And with a brief flash of knowledge that you didn't know you had prior, you all begin making your way through the city, avoiding these creatures as they seem to pay you no mind. And the five of you end up in front of all the same one building, a cathedral of polytheistic build. And the five of you arrive almost at the same time, kind of running face first into each other at the front door of this cathedral. What would you do?
What are the vibes of all the others? Are they good vibes, bad vibes?
Yeah.
What am I picking up from these people? Are they like rude looking? This is an important question, Shane.
Let's go around the room then. If Beltrith, you would like to describe what they see.
What? Who?
You. Describe yourself.
Belreth?
Belreth. Did I put a T in there?
It is. No, it does say Beltreth, but I pronounce it as like Belrith.
There's a
T
T
is
in there.
silent.
I'm sorry. I'm pronouncing your name as it's written.
It's okay. I'm sorry that I forgot to take the T out. It's too late now. We've started playing already. So you see a very, very large androgynous person, slightly more feminine presenting, with long golden hair that's currently tied back halfway into this like braid thing that just kind of looks like this back into that flows in the wind because dramatic. They've got golden eyes and slightly more fairer skin than you'd think. They're dressed in this like silvery gold armor, and there's this big blue crystal that looks almost like an eye just in the center of their chest on their armor. And they've got a scar that's running down vaguely across one eye, and they are holding their I think it's a great axe in one hand, and looking about. Great club, not great axe, great club. I know my own weapons. I know my weapons, thank you. And they say, who are you?
So you turn, next figure, kind of in this semicircular formation as you all stand off against each other for a moment, would be Vax, if you'd like to describe yourself.
So, that is a person, fairly androgynous person, around 5.5 feet tall, with somewhat short, extremely curly light blue hair, tan skin, and like a dark purple eyes. They have, they're wearing half plate that is, they're wearing black half plate with silver accents on it. And you can see they have their a lot of like flowing fabrics of blues, purples, and blacks. And they look kind of like frenzied, as with a battle axe in one hand and a shield in the other. They don't necessarily look rude, but they also look like they're ready to throw hands. If that makes sense. They're not like looking to start a fight, but they aren't like looking to talk their way out of one either.
And next, towards this center of the semicircle, Mori, if you'd like to, Mori, just checking.
No, it's really fine. They are dressed rather elegantly in all black, very draped presentation. Little less than 6 foot, probably around 5'11", but they look like the type that would round up to 6. They're a tiefling with short horns. Looks like there's like a slight crack in one of them. Their skin is like an ashen gray color, and it looks like they're dirty, but like upon closer inspection, it's more pigmentation that's almost like black freckles. Their eyes are bright silver, and they look like they're on an evening stroll. They look kind of annoyed to be here. If I'm being completely honest, they're like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck? And they're just like, hello, hi, That's not, they're very confused.
The next along the circle being Chance.
All right, as you scan the horizon, looking at all these people, you have to kind of look down slightly, actually more than slightly, because there's about a 3.5-foot halfling, brown, kind of really messy hair. Like, think you just went through a windstorm or a sandstorm, and it's just like blown back, and you just haven't taken care of it. It's like a darkish brown color, like mid-morning stubble is starting to grow on the face. The eyes are the same color as the armor that he's wearing, which is like kind of looks like dark storm clouds. Not to the point where they're like black, but like the ones that you see off on the horizon where you're like, oh, it's going to start raining. The armor looks pretty nice. He also holds a pretty well-crafted mace. And he just kind of looks across all of you. He seems worried, but not like anxious. And he's just like, yeah, this storm doesn't look good.
And the last figure, as you finish scanning the circle, would be Aleska.
The last member of the group is, unlike I think most everybody else, not wearing any armor apart from just, some rather, drapey, like sort of, sleeveless robe skirt thing. What's the name of that Roman thing that's sort of like the half toga? You know what I'm talking about. Just like just a regular like tunic thing. Tall, sort of broad, female dragonborn, brilliantly gleaming bronze skin from head to toe. Like more so than should be normal for any, metallic dragonborn. Carries a shield in one hand, a long sword in the other. I think she's probably the tallest out of the group out of what we've heard, maybe except for Belrith. But yeah, just under 7 feet because she big chungus. But she looks very excited.
Big chunk.
Yes. looking across everyone else. But yeah, she literally like she's carrying nothing except like a holy symbol of a sword and shield around her, or a shield with 2 crossed swords on it around her neck. The tunic, sword and shield. That's all. She's not even wearing shoes. But she looks very excited, and as she's sort of taking in the scene, as the eyes come across her, she nods at each one, says, "Hail and well met, companions. I can see that we all seem to be of the same ilk. Is there any chance that you all were drawn here as I was?"
You're implying that if you saw visions that brought you here, then yes, that is among what I'm sorry. That is what brought me here.
Yes, I may have seen something similar myself.
It's so cliche, but samesies.
I've never heard that term before. Samesies?
Samesies? What, did you not like? Are you not cool? Oh, fucking hell.
I don't understand the term cool.
Oh god. Juno? Sorry, I'm very distracted by a cat who is demanding attention. I apologize.
Juno.
She wants the pets. So we're all in this mess. What's your skill? And I'm gonna just start, there's a door in front of us, right?
Yeah, there's a closed cathedral door, this big heavy wooden double door.
Alright, well, while we're talking, I'm gonna be looking to see if the door has anything going on with it. Strangeness.
It's a big old wooden door, heavy cast iron fittings holding it in place.
Does it seem to be locked?
If you give it a shove, it will open.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that yet.
You are all standing in the middle of a storm, just so you...
Yes, I do believe that we should go inside.
Yeah, do we recognize this building?
It is kind of a polytheistic church, kind of an open place of worship for those who want to have it. Not really kind of specific to any given deity.
Time to be fucked, and I press open the door and start walking in.
Max will follow behind.
As they walk in, they kind of shrug off a little bit of their clothes and start shaking it out, and as they do, their collarbone is revealed, and there's a silver leaf tattoo that's almost like a laurel wreath draped across their collarbone and around.
As you guys enter...
Sorry. I just want to say I make sure everybody's inside before I come inside.
Okay. As you guys enter one by one, you're faced with a not particularly large cathedral, but a reasonable size with several rows of benches going up, and at the very end you see a simple stone plinth with, similar to your visions of prior, you see a intricately carved wooden box sitting atop it.
Does it have the runes and scenes of battles and shit?
Yes, as you can see more or less from this distance, it seems almost exactly as your vision had depicted.
How tall is the plinth?
3 feet.
Okay, so I might need someone to pick me up so I can see that a little bit better, but I think I saw that in my vision.
I've got you. And I'll just
thanks.
hoist my 7 foot tall self straight up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one I saw.
Yes, it does look like that tiny one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did not catch your name.
Oh, my name's Chance.
Chance, it's nice to meet you. I am Belreth.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
We're doing introductions. I'm Vax.
I'm Chance.
Belreth.
He's still holding Chance.
Yes, I'm just holding Chance.
Sorry, I just very elegant.
Like the Lion King.
I'm like, my name is Maury. Pleasure to meet you.
Chance.
Aleska. It's gonna come every time, I guess. I'll just.
I just imagine Belrith is holding him out, similarly to how you would like hold a corgi out towards someone.
Oh my god.
The way I have to hold Juno sometimes when she climbs curtains. Like, thank you. Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Arms are like this.
A deep nod that is almost a bow. Aleska.
I'll put Chance down.
Chance.
Is Chance a Pokemon?
Chance.
Yeah,
Chance.
Yes.
Also,
if one of us throws him hard enough, maybe.
yeah, while you were lifting him up, he like it definitely was like that sinking into like the armor thing where he's like, Chance.
Also, stupid question that is out of character. Do Chance and Vax know each other since they're probably from the same temple?
Yeah. Do we have the same deity? I didn't check this before.
I think there's only one
I have-
Tempest one. in
Yeah,
the
I have
list.
one Tempest domain deity.
Okay, then yes.
I mean,
Like,
you could hypothetically say one of you is Theralia, one of you is Gilmarie, because Theralia is the goddess of nature.
I put Gilmarie down as mine, so.
yeah. So I guess we would know each other, but maybe in passing, that's why I say my name again.
Chance!
Chance.
Chance. Yeah, I've seen you around the temple before.
Yes. Said we didn't get to talk more under better circumstances, but let's figure this out now.
We're here now.
Well, why don't we crack this bad boy open, huh?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. I will. I'm very weak. Oh no! Why did I volunteer to do this?
I can do it.
Okay. I was just trying to see. Oh, hold on. Crowbar. Here's a crowbar. It just comes out of one of the many folds.
You have a. Why do you have a crowbar?
I also have a shovel. Do you want a shovel? I work in a cemetery.
That's cool.
I put the shovel away.
Is there anything stopping me from just opening the box regularly?
Are you gonna actually go look at it?
I'm gonna look at the box.
I was gonna say, as far as I'm aware,
I
none of you have
can-
What's in the
approached it.
box?
No.
What's in the box?
Yeah, it's like Chance being lifted up like a toddler.
I could cast find traps.
I'm pretty strong.
you beat me to
I can
it.
open it for you. Just let me have it. I can get it.
I'm just like holding Chance by the like a back of
The
the
scruff,
armor.
it's the scruff of his fucking neck.
We approach the box.
I could see if it's trapped, or we could just
We
go
look at
for it.
So if we can't determine whether or not it was trapped, then you can do your. We look with our eyes first before we look with our magic.
Fine.
I mean, you could always like push me and lift me forward. I could look at it.
No
Like a
push.
toddler.
It's like a human shield. Or a halfling shield. I don't mind. I can take it.
I do have my own shield. I don't need to use you.
So do I.
Has his what is more or less a dinner plate to you shield.
That's
Does
a
anyone
very
not
nice
have a shield? I'm pretty sure all 5 of us carry a shield.
Yeah.
Shield gang, let's go.
Clerics.
Yeah, I mean,
Clerics are never
We can
without
all-
their
Clerics,
shields.
clerics.
We can
and
all
their
play frisbee
shields.
with each other.
yeah.
Clang, 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 clang. I actually don't.
Yeah, all of the whole sound of, like
No,
we're all like talking to each
no.
other, and it's just like.
I am
I'm
fairly
not
quiet.
playing.
I am
I'm
fairly
not
quiet. Thank you. I have armor that makes me not have disadvantage on stealth. Thank you very much.
It's pretty impressive.
I don't clang either.
I do not.
But anyways, we
I
approach
also am not
the-
wearing clanky armor because I'm not wearing armor.
So only one person's clanging.
For those of you that begin getting closer and start kind of seeing from about a reasonably safe distance, it's almost shaped like about a foot cubic puzzle box. It's kind of a large cube shape with various engravings and small decorations of like scrolling filigree, a few square inlays, and along each edge of the top of it there is writing that those of you who know deep speech would be able to read.
Fucking what?
I know that. I know that.
I'm not good at puzzles.
I know
and
that.
I can't read this. So put me down.
Keep down.
I'm gonna put him down.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at the door and be like waiting for something, just in case something comes in.
So Vax and Belrith, you can see that it says just on the front of it, property of the mage Elmarin Davenforth, and along the back edges is just an old phrase that seems to almost be just kind of a rhyming thing. It rhymes in deep speech in a weird way that only deep speech rhymes just because it's such an odd language. But it more or less just says, always in pursuit of what can be improved, no matter the means, no matter the ends.
Does the archmage name ring a bell?
Make an Arcana check. I would say, Belrith, you can also make this if you so desire.
You. Wow, that
Oh,
was.
that's probably not going to help. That's a 7.
That's a. Hold on. I'm really bad at math. 17.
17. Neither of you are particularly familiar with this mage's name.
Cool. Cool. Not even me knowing a lot of magic stuff.
It is unfamiliar to you.
Okay.
What's it say?
God, please repeat what you just said.
God, please.
So you're gonna use your divine intervention on that?
No, I'm asking Shane to repeat it because I've already forgotten it.
It's at the front of it says the property of Armin Dalvinworth, and says along the edges, constantly seeking to improve, no matter the means, no matter the ends.
What he said.
Oh God, thank you for telling us what it said again.
Hey, that sounds kind of evil.
That does sound
A little bit, yes.
I have to disagree, but
What God do you worship?
gestures to the holy necklace of.
Mhm.
Do you need to roll a religion check to recognize my holy
No.
symbol?
This is
No.
this is common knowledge. the symbol of the shield with the two scimitars crossing it is a symbol of Alion, the god of warfare and combat.
Oh,
Oh.
you're one of those. Okay.
I do respect your initiative.
Anyways, this box seems like it's a puzzle.
I'm not good at puzzles.
Neither am I.
I could try and decipher myself, but
All else fails, we can only smash it.
Yeah,
Well, we want to be careful not to smash what's inside. But if we
fair.
Hey God, why'd you fucking show us this shit? The first place.
What kind
You
of
just
puzzle box?
feel in your mind a cold wind that just seems to imply a shrug.
Okay, man, thank you. Super helpful as per usual.
Sorry. That was not a character. I finished my drink and it was a little gritty.
feel you on that one.
Did you try just like opening it?
We could just try opening it.
Try. Strive forth. Keep on trying, I guess.
Does anyone have mage hand?
I do not, but does it seem locked?
No.
It doesn't seem locked, but it also doesn't seem to have a clear method of opening it.
So it's just so it doesn't like have like a latch or anything. It's like one of those like boxes that have
You've-
like
you've
the
ever
things
s-
that you got to press down and like like the puzzle box.
It looks like a puzzle. It's a large cubic puzzle box.
Gotcha.
Can I start poking around?
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, with my investigation, it's a 19.
19. You manage to turn. You kind of fiddle with it for a moment, and some of it you find that the top of it actually turns about 180 degrees, and thereafter a small one of the small square imprints on it just goes shoots out into a small lever, which thereafter, turning it a little bit, some other pieces start shifting and moving, and as you turn, you actually see almost fluidly the battle scene on the front of the box begins kind of playing out in stuttering motions as you turn it. Though the wood is not... It doesn't seem to be mechanical, it's almost arcane as the wood melts and moves in this juddering way.
I turn it in a way that I kind of move so that Aleska can see what's happening, since she mentioned that she's a god person or war cleric or whatever. That she'd probably be interested in.
We're all god people. So
I'm a god person. It happened. Didn't have much of a choice instead of me.
Chris, if you want to make a history check.
Oh, I have proficiency in those. Let's see. 1 or 2. Okay. 15 plus 7.
15 plus, all right, that's really fucking good. You can tell from the artwork on here, it's actually vaguely familiar to you. You're not super certain of the details of it, but you remember it is actually a battle scene from early before civilizations as we knew them were founded, when warring mages and gods, or warring armies of mages and clerics would fight against each other in kind of competition between the various gods while they still walked the material planes. So it is an ancient scene of time before society as we know it exists.
Okay, yeah, so it's pretty fucking old, I guess.
Insightful.
As
I
you
mean,
turn it,
it's something depicting from long ago when there was a lot more strife and when Aleon, yeah, Alien, Alien it is.
Alien. I vote alien.
Alien,
never giving you guys
Alliance.
lore ever again.
Leon, Alien.
Are you saying aliens confirmed?
Sci-fi one shot confirmed.
Do I get this thing open?
Was
Sorry,
there a thought
I-
behind that, Chris, or were you just saying the word Allion over and over again in different ways?
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Wow.
I don't remember too much about this in particular, except that it is depicting something from long ago, so maybe the person who owns this is a history buff?
Hmm.
Or they're also very old. Or they could be old and dead.
Oh, if they're old and dead and still around on this plane, that's not good.
Are you
Correct.
still,
I'm still working on it. I'm still doing
I was
it.
gonna say,
as we're
Maury, are
talking.
you still turning the knob?
Yeah, I'm like looking down while I'm saying this, and like, that's not good. I'm technically supposed to stop people who do that. That's get mad if I don't.
After a bit of time turning it, probably about like 5 rotations, you do hear it. It just stops as with a click. Just
Does it seem like there is now a latch?
it doesn't seem like it's gonna turn anymore. It seems like the only thing you could possibly do with a little bit of fiddling is just push it in.
Okay, does it seem like if I push it in, like a dart's gonna come out and like kill me?
Maybe.
Is there any way I can check that?
Do you want us to check that?
Yeah, we could check that.
I mean, go ahead if you want to. I don't want to die. I mean, I do. Like, I don't. You know, I think I'll die in the end.
Push a button and all of a sudden
you're
just
gonna die. I mean, as I always say, you're gonna die. You better die by it.
I mean, my name's Maury for a reason. Remember death, guys.
Did you
Oh,
choose
such a
that name,
strange
or were you given that name?
Chose that name. Technically, my full name's Mento Mori, but I was also 15 when I picked it, and I thought it was kind of very long and kind of stupid. So it's just Mori now.
Here.
one day they will be a talk show host.
With
Club.
Memento
You are not the
Mori.
cleric.
I mean, if you want to check, go for it. I'm not that kind of person.
Who wants to look?
Do we want to magically look, or do we want to physically look?
I mean, I'm physically looking. I'm just waiting for God to say I can make an investigation check or not.
With your prior roll and what you currently are looking at, it doesn't seem like it, but this is also you realize it is beyond your full knowledge. So
Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it.
okay. As you press in this wooden relief, all you guys hear is as everything goes black in your vision for a moment. You feel weightless, and suddenly you all get dropped into this, essentially a small stone foyer with carpets and wooden floors and some marble pillars rising up out. A flickering light just going throughout the room from what seems to be almost crystalline torches.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Maybe we should check before we do things next time.
Fuck
Yes.
it.
I could have checked for this.
I mean, pray to your deity and just ask them, like, hey, buddy, was this what we were supposed to be doing? Because I bet you $5 the answers. Yes.
Well, we're here now, so we might as well work with what we have.
I did not prepare a commune today.
Oh, ripperoni.
Nope, neither did I.
Who needs to talk to God when you can act on their behalfs?
Just a bunch of clerics
do
who
you-
didn't prepare a commune.
Yeah.
I mean, do you always seek assistance from your gods that often?
No.
No.
Fucking mortuary person. I just bury people.
That sounds
Silly.
like a thrilling life.
You know, it's pretty dope. You hear a lot of really interesting stories. Funerals are fun if you make them fun.
I just hear a lot of thunder.
Oh, wow.
Your brain just goes all the time. That's your brain.
You may need to visit a physician.
Yes, that might be something wrong with your hearing.
Oh, you know, I never thought about that. Maybe.
Do you have a really, really interesting form of tetanus?
Tinnitus.
Oh, did you just say
No,
tinnitus?
it's called
Tinnitus.
tetanus now. It's called tetanus.
Tetanus.
Is it tetanus? I don't know how to
It's
pronounce it.
tinnitus.
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 Like, I never read it
No, it's
before.
tetanus now.
Fitness
I like
every-
tetanus
It's
better.
tetanus.
Canon is tetanus.
Put it in the medical books. All right.
Twitch bans us because we said tit like 3,000
Like
times.
80 times, yeah.
No, we're talking about going to get our tetanus shot.
I'm gonna cry off my makeup. It was great.
God. Oh no.
This is the chaos that you signed up for. This is just what happens.
This is what you get, Shane.
Make a real serious one shot with a bunch of cool stuff going on, and all you guys are like, titness. Tits. Hell yeah.
Tetanus.
The Tempest has
Clerics.
chaos.
You can't make
Right.
serious clerics. It's impossible.
What's funny is we're probably one of the most powerful groups, like,
Yeah.
of any of the one shots.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
like,
so is
Let's
there,
keep
like, a
going.
word in this room?
Yes. So the space itself is kind of has high arch ceilings and this long, rich red carpet that leads out down a bit of a walk, and then also you see a set of large double wooden doors at the very end, framed by these crystalline sconces, more or less, that seem to be flickering with an unnatural light.
You want me to go scout it out?
Sure, if you would like to.
I could go with you. That might be good. In case there's anyone waiting around, it's really hard to get a jump on me.
As long as you can keep quiet. You seem rather...
Oh, being quiet? Maybe not.
I'm pretty quiet, to be honest.
You could just pick me up, and then I wouldn't be as loud.
I'm sorry, but I've picked you up before, and I don't think that's how that works.
I think back in my temple,
There.
I have a sack that I could stuff you in, but
I
my
need, like-
excitement, Eve, I looks down at her, nothing but her weapons. I did not think to bring any other equipment.
You're wearing just your underwear?
I mean, I
got this vision, and I just left.
I am not hindered by the need for the same type of armor that the rest of you are. I am free to move as I please.
Good for you.
I'm pretty quiet in my armor.
And she taps her temple, and you can hear that it rings with a metallic, clanging.
Ooh.
Oh.
Fancy. I could maybe rearrange my drapery so I can baby join you if you want.
Yeah, have a
Gird your
little
loins.
pouch.
I'm not very strong. I don't know how long I'd be able to do it. Don't really carry newborns very often.
Oh, it's fine.
I volunteered, and I'm not that much tall. I'm much shorter than the rest of the group still.
Anyways, this this twink starts going forward.
I will.
That's only a six.
I was gonna guidance you, but then I started laughing too hard.
I was gonna guidance them too.
That guy.
It's a fucking group of party of clerics. Pretty much every role's guided at this point.
Guidance!
I forgot to use guidance on myself. Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna guidance you, it's okay. I was gonna say guidance and then you said twink and I started giggling.
I didn't take
That's an extra D4 for you.
That's a 19 stealth. Just
No,
like
no, 19.
head.
Okay. You approach this broad-ish.
Sorry,
It's not 18. You stealthily approach these double doors. You see that they've got these brass fittings on them that are almost polished to an unnatural mirror shine.
Do the doors seem locked?
No.
No. God damn it. I never get to use my skill sets.
Because you give your characters too many fucking skills.
Because I always make criminals. The only thing I do.
That is true.
Even the cleric, still a
Even
criminal.
the clerics.
Even the clerics. Even the clerics.
Committed crimes.
I did crimes in my youth, and then the death god was like, no.
Forgive me, for I have sinned.
Can I like peek in?
Yeah. You push one of the doors open a little bit and kind of peer into it, and you just see along the wall many different portraits and landscapes dotting it. Between each these same crystalline sconces just flickering with a kind of bluish light. It almost appears like torchlight, but there is no flame within it. And as you kind of look around just a little bit further, you just see a long dining table with high back chairs framing the entirety of it.
Does it look like there's anybody in the room?
Make a perception check.
I have advantage.
I will
There you go, you
attempt
get to
to
use one of your
quietly
skills.
clank
Okay,
over.
That's because of my shield. That is. I'm not actually proficient in perception. That is a 21.
21. As far as you can tell, you do not see anyone, though you do hear and smell the sound of a fire somewhere in the distance.
Start closing the door. I smelled a fire somewhere in the distance. It's a dining hall. Didn't really see anybody, but there might be more people further in. Possibly in the kitchens. We should be looking.
We should visit the kitchens.
Okay, so what did everyone else's memories hold? I was kind of distracted by a cat that was trying to climb into a coffin while the memories were happening. So, we saw the box. We saw a staff in a library. What else? We saw the roiling streets of nasty. Did we see anything else?
This dining hall.
Yes.
This dining hall. Okay, that was definitely when the cat just started trying to eat the person's face. Okay. Okay, I was very distracted by Juno during that whole entire description. I'm sorry. Okay, let me fucking go in, I guess.
We've actually been experiencing the visions, but in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So, if our guidance is correct, then through the large double doors, there should be a hallway to a library and that staff. I also really want to find out what's in the kitchens.
Are you hungry?
Oh, absolutely. I woke up with an amazing appetite.
So that is your underwear, okay. I know that.
It's
Actually,
not underwear.
I'm a bit hungry too, to be honest.
I did not leave in just my shift. I am fully clothed. I am just not armored.
Definitely.
You're not even wearing shoes.
I don't normally wear shoes that often. Do you see these feet? what cobbler in town is going to make feet or make feet? He's going to make feet.
He's going to make
It's
feet.
valid
How
question.
expensive it is to get shoes made for these feet.
Yes, he has
mean,
like very long 3-clawed foot, each claw like the size of someone's, like 2 of someone's thumb.
That's fair. I'm not wearing shoes either. And you guys like
Much
they kind of
prefer
ruffle their skirts a little bit, and you see the like hoof or the like hoof kind of tieflings.
You don't even
Oh,
have
hell yeah.
horseshoes?
Interesting.
No, of course I do. I mean, there's like little like metal tips on it. Those are like for fashion, same way shoes are.
Can I attempt to quietly just trying to make my way into the dining room?
Yes, you may roll a stealth check and find out.
Disadvantage,
Nobody.
boy.
That's a
nobody
10.
Guidance.
10, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys hear just got this subtle just tink, 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 as
Where do you think you're going?
Into the dining room. Duh.
Keeps walking.
Just keeps walking, yeah.
Well, we might as well.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I suppose.
Sorry, that fire smells really good, and I'm a little cold.
Right. As you guys one by one enter the dining hall, catching its full view, you see the space is almost probably 50 feet long, with a table occupying the majority of the length. Each one having high back chairs filling the edges with place settings and crystalline candles lit across the table. Towards the furthest end, you see a fireplace behind a particularly ornate chair at the head of the table. And just at the distance, you can see 3 doors are placed near the fireplace, one on each side of it, and then one off on the wall adjacent to the left.
Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
You know, for all the excitement going on in the streets, it is rather dull in here.
I mean, do we even know if we're in the city still? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what that happened in that box.
Yeah, it did get pretty dark for a minute there. I don't know if we're where we were before.
Probably inside the box, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe we're in the box.
Sure.
I don't know.
Huh? Well, I
That
guess there
would-
haven't been any windows, so
Be thrilling.
Yeah, that box didn't have any windows. I noticed that too.
Does it look like there's like a dinner set up? Like, is it like not like dinner set up, but like are there like place settings with like plates and like forks and knives, or is it like a blank?
There are place settings and like the kind of candles with these little crystal fires on them. There's no food or drink to be seen, but there are place settings with silverware and wine glasses at each chair.
I want to sit down.
Okay. You draw forward or sit at one of the nearby chairs. And as you do, you just kind of look around and then look down. And you just see this tiny brass, like, it's almost like a bell with arms and legs, more or less.
Does everyone else see it, or is it just me that sees it?
As you all pay, like, kind of look around the room and then focus back on Mori for a second, you do all see this little brass figure.
I'm slowly inching towards picking it up. If no one's gonna stop me, I'm gonna do it.
I'm fully expecting it to run away.
I'm gonna grab it and do a little ring.
As soon as you reach towards it, it just kind of takes a step back, and it looks offended for something that doesn't have a face as much as it can look offended.
Oh, I am.
It's
many
clutching its
apologies.
pearls.
I am so very, very sorry. If I meant any offense. What's your name?
It just sits there and like kind of looks at you and just kind of shakes to one side, and you just hear ding 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 ding.
Well, it's so nice to meet you. Ding 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 ding.
I don't know what I expected.
I'm waiting for the animated cutlery, plates, and everything else to come out and start singing "Be Our Guest."
Yeah, me too.
Sit down too. It's only polite that we let our host do whatever they're planning on doing.
Well,
The little bell figure just kind of looks at you and eventually just kind of like has its hands on its hips, more or less. Just
What is my purpose? You ring a bell. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Hi. Would we be able to ring you if you bring anything to us, or are you just sort of like hanging out?
it just turns to you and like you can hear it just go ding 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 as the hammer within it swings a little bit, and it just kind of looks at you
I wish I
expectantly.
could read them. What kind of vibes?
It seems to be looking at you all expectantly.
For something without a face, it has so much expression.
I mean, we as humans ascribe so many emotions to things as long as they have arms and legs.
I'll sit down next to Mori.
As you sit down, it just turns and looks at you too. Just ding, ding, ding,
Hey.
ding,
Well,
ding.
I
We'll
Guess we're
also
sitting then.
sit
Alright.
down.
I'll sit.
John's.
You introducing?
I reach out my hand.
It just kind of looks at your hand, just ding ding. Cocks to one side, looks at all of you as you sit, and just kind of turns a little bit. Ding, ding, ding.
Would you be the one providing us dinner tonight?
Ding, 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 ding.
Summoning our host?
As
Was
you
that
say
a
the
yes?
word, as you say the word dinner, it just rings like loudly, kind of a nod almost.
Oh, guys, I think I saw a musical recently that was like this.
Well,
Wait, no,
what's
no,
on the menu?
no.
But what was the musical?
Lad and Beast, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Mostly
Oh yeah.
I did see that was playing.
Let's just hope we're not on the menu tonight.
Ha!
Don't boom 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 boom.
I dare someone to try to eat me. They
It
would
just kind of
find me
looks
a
at you.
rather unappetizing meal.
The little bell-like creature just kind of looks at all of you, like turning back and forth with a little ring every time it turns. And eventually it's like, it kind of reaches up into its bell for a second and pulls out a small brass rod. And walks around to your plates and just taps each of your wine glasses. And as it does so, just fills up with a deep red wine.
Oh, I like you.
That is impressive.
Did anyone prepare purified food and drink today? Because I didn't.
Nope.
The BBEG is the spell.
Yeah, the
Bell, bell,
BBEG
and
stands for
back.
yeah. It stands for
Bing bong.
Bing bong, evil guy.
Bing bong.
I prepared fighting spells because I expected to fight somebody at some point.
Nope, this is
Prepared
just
fighting
this is
spells
eating
because
sim.
I'm a war cleric.
But I can lesser restoration you if you've been poisoned later.
Cool, I'll take a sip of wine.
All right.
Would you like some resistance?
Sure, provide me some resistance.
Just in case, have some resistance.
I will
Go
be
and touch your shoulder. You got this, kiddo.
Pat pat.
As you drink it, it is a very like dry herbal red wine.
The sweet, the subdue.
My favorite.
The bell just kind of looks at all of you expectantly now.
Oh,
Hands on its hips again.
I will take a sip of the wine.
Hey, what, Maury, what was it again? What was its name?
Named it Bell.
Ding 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
I use thaumaturgy to make the same ding ding noise. That
Okay.
it introduced
I go, hey, insert noise here.
It just kind of looks at you.
Is there anything on the menu, or can we just order whatever? How about a really nice fish?
It just goes dun, 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 over your table and just taps the rod against the plate. You just see a fish just appear in a material of these bronzish, amberish sparkles.
That's pretty cool.
I want Chance's exact fish.
The exact, it just morphs off my plate onto yours. Oh, come on.
Walks over and just dink, an exact copy of it comes up.
This is one of those places where if we eat something from it, something bad's gonna happen to us. Who knows?
Probably.
We'll
Grab
find
the
out
wine
soon.
glass, raise it up. Cheers. Takes a sip.
I would like a nice pot roast. Thank you.
I'd love a nice
Can I have-
thin with a side of mashed potatoes, please.
It just appears and like it thinks for a second, pauses at your plate, kind of goes down the table and drags over a smaller like bowl, sets it in front of you, and taps each one individually. And just
Why, thank you. Ding 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 ding.
Rax, what about you?
I would love to have some rotisserie chicken and with some sliced bread, preferably.
Mm.
Maybe a baked pear. That'd be wonderful.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'll take a baked beer too.
I'll have some bread as well.
it disappears for a second. You see it actually like it walks behind a candlestick, a candelabra, and as you'd expect it to come out the other side, it's just gone for a moment.
Oh no, we confused it.
And then eventually you just see it reappear from the behind the candlestick, dragging 3 plates that it just plops out in front of you guys, like 3 smaller plates, and just tink, 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 tink. Taps each one of the plates, and whatever you've ordered appears on it.
I'll
As
be
I
done
start
eating.
do you run this place? Ding 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 ding. Or do you like what do you know who's the manager here? We'd love to thank him for this lovely meal past just you.
It just
Who
turns to
the
you and
fuck
just
made this food?
kind of vaguely looks at you. Just
It just does a little shruggy shrug.
yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to come with us?
It just looks at you and just looks down, and just dink, dink.
As in no or yes?
It,
Dink once for yes, dink twice for no.
it just takes the rod and just goes dink, dink.
That's fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna get to like the end of this meal, and just a giant bell is gonna come out, and Shane's gonna be like, "Roll! The mother has arrived."
Good thing I can't be surprised. Most likely.
You can't be surprised, it's when you can't be caught off, or you can't be like not expecting to be hit. You could be caught off guard by the fact that giant bell appears. This doesn't get a surprise round on you.
I know how this works.
enjoy our lovely meal.
Yes, we
You
eat
all-
lots of food.
You all sit
this
and
our-
enjoy your meal as people are dying in the streets of your city.
Is this our last supper?
You know
Eventu-
what?
Eventually, you all finish your food.
Man, that was really nice. I'm sure everyone outside is fine.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone is handling themselves.
That comes for us all one day.
And if they're not, Maury, you'll have more business.
Yeah. Again, death comes for us all.
Hey, as long as they're fighting, I think they're gonna be fine. Even if they die, it'll be okay.
That fish was really good. Do I feel like I'm gonna be sick?
You feel fine. You feel it was a very fine meal.
Thank you so much, Dink 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 Dink. We're going to retire to the library. If you could point us in the right direction.
Just kind of looks at you.
Are there any doors in this room?
Yes.
Yes, there are three. Yeah, there are three doors
Oh,
towards the
right.
other end.
Yes.
There are
Sorry,
three doors
forgot.
down the hall.
And we ignored them and ate dinner.
Wheeler, I am disowning you.
I made that joke earlier.
You wouldn't be the only person.
Okay, for that, I will keep you. Let's go see the other doors then.
We go look at the doors.
All right. You all. What do you say?
Oh no, I was gonna say when we get towards the doors, I will cast find traps just in case.
Okay. You all rise from your brief respite, and going down towards the end, you do see the three doors. You do not detect any traps in them. So, which ones would you like to look at?
Are any of them locked?
Which one would you like to try?
I'll try the first door.
Which one's the first one? You got. So there's the two.
I'll try the one on the right.
I was gonna say there's two framing the fireplace, and then there's one kind of off to the left on the adjacent wall.
I will let Chance go ahead and try the one on the right.
Okay. Go over to the door, pulling open the brass handle, and it is unlocked. And as you pull it open, you just see almost a surprisingly silent room, which just opens up to an expansive foundry. You see a bright, glowing blue and orange forge in the center, and several small metal creatures just skittering about the space, though you oddly do not hear them or feel any heat.
Belle, I found your family. This isn't the library, though. And I close the door. That's not it.
Maury, it's your turn now.
I will try the left door.
The absolute leftmost?
I meant the left of the fireplace door.
Okay. As you open that door, which is also unlocked, you are immediately faced with a large, almost surprisingly open field, and you see an open sky above you. Different grass, and you can see plots of farms with small flowers or plants growing out of them, distant trees off to the side. It seems like it's outside, but as you kind of glance around, you see that it seems to expand out beyond where there should be a room that Chance just looked into.
Like, so, like, if I were to walk in and, like, turn around, it would just be, like, a door in the middle of an open field?
You're not certain. It's more of the, like, off to the right, there seems to be too much open space for there
I'm
to
gonna
be...
keep my head in and, like, turn and see if it's, like, very impressionistic painting vibes.
As you peek your head in, you get kind of assaulted by an immediate smell of farmland, the warmth and cool breeze that's strolling through it. And you hear the sound of birds tweeting off the end and some leaves rustling off in the distance. You do see some shifting figures within the trees, but nothing you can make out from this distance. But as you turn to the right, you just see open field.
I stick my head back in and close the door, and I'm like, so that was about a wide open space.
But no library. Okay. Vax will try the door on the left wall.
Okay. As you open the leftmost door, you are faced with kind of a large cavernous space that's dimly lit. Just stone brick floor going through it, and you see several circular pits, about probably 30 to 40 feet in diameter, going beyond your vision.
All right, we have more things to figure out.
I'm gonna try I'm gonna go over to that left door and close it and open it again. Is it still the same space?
Same thing.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was like depending on the person, like whatever you hated the most or wanted the most.
I fucking hate nature.
Why did you rat?
Well,
I feel
if that's the case,
dark caves.
yeah, someone should open different door and see if it's changed.
I just tried. Didn't.
Wait,
Yeah, but that was you. If you're what you're saying, it might. If somebody else opened it, it might
Well,
be
I
different.
opened that door, and then they opened that door, and we both got the same room. Chance, you were saying something.
Oh yeah, I read in a book once that people have like secret things behind fireplaces sometimes. Maybe we should check there.
I will guide you and let you check the door.
Oh,
You probably are the only one that can fit in.
The fireplace
wasn't
is
gonna go-
lit.
Oh, I can go inside the fireplace. I feel no fire.
I meant around the fireplace, but that works too, I guess. Honestly, it'd be better if I guided you, because you'd probably have to pick me up to look around it.
All right. Well, I can just look. It's fine.
You are guided.
Oh,
Boom.
it feels so electric.
Skadoosh.
Start looking.
You know that feeling of like a vague amount of static electricity on you? That's what the guidance feels like.
Yeah.
All right. Roll an investigation check against the fireplace.
Oh, that was shit. That was real shit. 8.
8. It was a very nice. It was a very nice stone fireplace. You can see kind of these nice golden candelabras, each again with these kind of crystalline candles in them. A few nice like goblets kind of positioned along it, and at the center there's just a little tiara.
There's a tiara. Why is there a little tiara? I'm gonna press the tiara. Just poke it.
Okay.
Oh God!
You immediately, as you go to touch it, your finger just gets pushed back, just poof, a small burst of energy, and you take 2 force damage.
Well, they didn't want me to touch the tiara. I guess I'm not cool enough.
But it did not register as a trap. Okay.
Want to heal me of my boo-boo? Look at my finger.
No.
You're going to make me cry.
Is there anything else in this room besides these 3 doors and this fireplace and obviously the
Then
rest?
cry.
What'd you say, Wheeler?
I was saying, is there anything else in this room besides the doors right here, the fireplace, and the obviously like the dining stuff?
Nothing of particular note. There's some paintings along the wall of various landscapes.
While we ponder this, Vax is going to sit in the big armchair in front of the fire.
It's less so not an armchair, but more so just kind of a chair at the table that's facing away from the fire.
Ah, I misunderstood the original description there.
It's all good. Yeah, it's kind of just the head of the table kind of thing.
But it's facing towards the fire.
No, it's facing towards the table.
Oh. That was described something else. Okay.
Thinking back to the visions that we had at the very beginning, was there a clear delineation of the transition from the library halls to the doors that led to the dining hall? Or was it just like a snap to it and it wasn't clear how to get to it? It's just that that's the next place.
It was kind of a blur between them, just one vision blurring to the next to the next.
Yeah, okay.
Can I open one of the doors?
Yeah, which one would you like to open?
The first one, the one with all of the metal creatures in it.
Okay. You open the door and you're immediately faced with this large forging area. You see the giant foundry in the center and the small black metal creatures just kind of skittering about carrying different implements or materials.
Can I do like a perception check to see if I see another door somewhere within this vicinity?
Sure. Are you poking your head in or are you just looking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I just threw my dice on.
We can't hear you for some odd reason.
Okay, I didn't know if that was me getting deafened or if that was Dee Dee cutting out. Turns out it's Dee Dee cutting out.
I accidentally muted myself. I'm sorry. There's a mute thing on my actual headphones, and apparently I pressed it when I picked up my dice that I threw on the floor.
My work headset has one of those, and I accidentally do it like every day.
My bad. Okay. Hold on while I do math. No, that's a 17.
17?
I can do easy math.
As you poke your head in, you are immediately kind of assaulted with this immense heat. You can suddenly feel the energy of the foundry and filling the room. You hear the skittering of these creatures as they tap across the stonework. Looking in, there is kind of up a few tiers around the foundry. There's another doorway, but it is past where most of the creatures are working.
Okay, I'll pull my head back. Hey, there's another door this way.
Well, might as well give it a shot.
Hey, there's nothing else we can do right now.
I mean, we could also see if there's other doors in the other doors.
I mean, the door that I opened up was literally just a field. So I don't think, unless there were more doors and like the houses off in the distance, but that feels weird.
There were not houses in the distance.
Oh, it was just more farms.
It was a lot of farm plots, some covered, some not, some trees in the distance, and roads, like little dirt paths essentially going across it.
Okay, I was imagining like little homesteads next to each of the plots, but I was inputting things into your drama that did not exist.
Yeah, there were no houses or other structures besides some coverings over some of the plots.
So we have the field door, the forge door.
Pit's door.
Okay.
Pits kind of sound like fun. We just go through the pit forge. That feels like the most house-like part.
I think the forge is the best bet.
Yes.
Plus, there are a bunch of really cute little things in there. And that's pretty cool. So we should go in there.
That is
Just
fine.
saying.
Standing up, Aleska will pat Chance on the head as he says how cute they are, and sort of like, sure they are. They're definitely cute. Good
I
for
mean,
you.
they are. Unequivocally so. They are extremely cute.
I agree with you. Shall we?
Let's do it.
We enter.
Go.
As you all walk through the the cusp of the doorway, you immediately get hit with the heat of the flame and the smell of metals being melted and work being done. You see this massive workshop, kind of reminiscent of tales of dwarven blacksmiths where they construct machinations of brass and use magic to breathe life into them. You see the huge forge at the center and the flickering blue and orange flames within. And it is oppressively hot to all of you. Like,
Not
this
me.
I mean, it might be, you might be able to deal with it, but it is still probably 100 to 110 degrees out in there.
Ooh, it's pretty hot in here.
It's hot. I'm wearing armor. Let's get to that door as fast as possible.
Let's go.
And there's just these small little crab-like constructs just skittering about, carrying things. You see along the walls, there's just dozens and dozens of implements, swords, shields, armor pieces. And you see some of the crabs carrying and kind of moving around these large brass, almost humanoid pieces of metal. Like one looks like the front of a chest, the other looks like a faceplate. They
Can I
seem to
pick
be,
up one of the crabs? Like as it skitters by?
Yeah. You reach down, pick up these black-green metal crabs, and it immediately kind of drops the hammer that it was carrying. You just see its claws kind of just... It just sits there frozen for a second.
Okay, on
And-
closer glance, I guess they are sort of appealing.
As you do so, you just hear silence. All of the crabs have stopped moving.
Hey, I'd put the crab
Okay,
down
that's
if I were
strange.
you.
Crab's personal boundaries.
You just hear gentle
will-
sounds of metal on stone as all of the work pieces get set down.
Crab down.
I'll put the crab down.
Just like,
As you set the crab down, it just backs away from you slowly, all of them still just facing towards you.
We inch slowly along the wall towards the door. This feels like a very Studio Ghibli moment.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very similar to the coal spirits in Spirited Away.
Soot
all-
spirits.
Soot sprites.
Yes, yeah,
Soot sprites, that's her name.
They all just stare at you as you're just kind of pushing along the wall.
back to work, crabs.
All you hear is, as you move, just a large cacophony of as they turn all in unison facing you guys.
We're gonna open that other door.
I'm
Hurry up,
uncomfortable.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
That door is about 30 feet ahead of you guys. You're gonna have to walk forward to get to it.
We're
Oh,
like
God.
inching along the wall towards the door.
Yeah, gingerly stepping over any crabs.
As you guys kind of begin rounding the corner in the space, who's leading this endeavor? Who's the first one around the corner?
I will.
Maury, you, as you do so, you're kind of faced with one that's kind of almost just a foot away from the wall, and it's just right next to you with its claws just kind of open and pointed towards you.
We mean you no harm. We're just trying to pass through. I still try to communicate via crab.
It just sits there, and you just hear as its claws clack.
Hey, we will leave. I'm still inching along the wall as I do this. I'm like doing a little crab walk.
As you get between the wall and this crab, it immediately, one of its claws just shoots out towards your leg. And that's a 13.
Misses.
Yeah,
I
you
do
manage to
a-
pull your foot out of the way as it's just, you just hear chink, a loud clack of metal clacking together. And you see, like, on the wall next to you, there's just a scratch into the stonework where the claw hit it.
The most unintelligible squeal you've ever heard in your life. It sounds unearthly, and I just start running.
All right. You start booking it. Given the quantity of things, we're not going to roll initiative. Is anyone chasing after or running with Maury?
Yes.
Oh, immediately, as soon as I hear the scream.
Yep.
You all book it. This is the fun part where Shane rolls a lot of dice, and we're gonna do some math.
I was gonna
math.
ask Anton
I'll
like
take
that,
the
but
dodge
the
action.
construct, so it wouldn't work.
I don't know if I mean I guess you could dodge, but it would slow you down, and you would just take more hits at that point.
I'm already slow, so I'm dashing.
Okay. So for Maury,
I could pick you up.
My AC is a 17 to make your life easier.
okay. You take 12 piercing damage as you're running through, and the creatures begin swarming you and start snapping at your ankles and legs, and some of them jumping off of tables towards you.
I do a little baby scream again.
When
I
you
have
say
69
you take
hit
it,
points.
who
Nice.
are you saying specifically?
Nice.
Maury, sorry.
Oh, okay.
What am I doing? Let's just go down the line. Belworth, what's your AC?
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 1. Just 1. You've gotten relatively unscathed. So that's only 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
As one of the claws slices into your leg as you run forward. 5. Who's next? Vax, what's your AC?
20.
20. Wow. I had one roll that was over 5. So you managed to definitely avoid the claws as they snap at you, some of them jumping off of tables and walls towards you.
Shield. No, thank you.
You're just kind of holding up the shield, just barreling through. Chance, what is your AC?
17.
Okay.
Suddenly possessed by a completely different character.
Yeah.
You also only took 1. That is 5 piercing damage for you.
Ah!
And Aleska, I believe, it's a 20 for you?
20.
You take absolutely no fucking damage as you just barrel through, the claws scraping against the metal of your skin.
But you say, is this non-magical damage, even if it were to hit?
It is non-magical.
Oh, okay, then yeah, because heavy armor master feat, non-magical damage is reduced by 3 each individual time. So even if I was getting hit, probably wasn't going to take much.
Yeah, that would just negate their strength or their dex modifier.
Let's go real tanky.
Real tanky.
You all barrel forward, ripping open the door, and just one by one swarming in and slamming it shut behind you. And as you guys catch your breath and look inside, you realize, looking around, you're in the open space with the stone floor and these large circular pits in them.
Oh, fuck off.
Cool.
Is this the same? Is this the pit room?
It appears to be a similar room.
Is it like completely dark in there? Does it have any light sources?
It is very dimly lit. which
Okay.
for a room that's about 100 feet wide and far beyond the vision you can see long, you can't really see the edges. And now that you are all in the room, you actually hear the noises around it. There's kind of a cacophony of different animal sounds and different creatures echoing throughout the space. Some slithering noises, some caws, some roars, some hisses, and various sounds. Some which are familiar and some you have never heard before in your life.
Wonder if these are coming from the pits themselves.
You want me to push
And I
you down?
will I will reach over, or I will lean over to whatever the nearest pit is
All
and
right.
try to peer down.
As you approach one, you see this vague translucent barrier around it once you get closer. And it seems to be in the shape of a dome over this pit, which is itself probably 30 to 40 feet in diameter.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a zoo.
And looking down inside, you do see in this one particularly, it's just a simple field or a grass floor, essentially. It looks very brightly lit inside, though that light doesn't seem to escape much out of it. And there is just a small group of cows. You see.
There's cows in here.
Cows?
Cows?
I love
Yes,
cows.
yeah, like big black and white moo cows. They're in here.
They're wearing moo-moos.
Well, I mean, no, but they could be.
That's fair.
I would like everyone to roll a perception check really quickly.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the wrong button.
17.
Oh, wahoo. Does passive mean anything, or do you want us to still roll?
I want you to
Ow.
roll for funsies.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
That's a 10. Ooh,
26.
not rolling too high.
Those of you that rolled over a 15, you do hear a sound that sounds like something scraping against stone, though it's hard to place where it's coming from within the room. Seems to be coming from almost a far distance down.
Mm.
Seems like it's coming down from downward, you said?
Like, this room is essentially like probably about 50 yards wide, and it is longer than you guys can see.
What is it, Chance? What is it, boy?
I don't know. It
There's
sounds
cows
like
stuck in a
some.
well.
It sounds like some scraping metal against stone, and it's kind of dark in here. Should I light things up?
Yes, go for it.
I cast light.
Did everyone have light?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
No.
I'm a tiefling.
You think the grave cleric tiefling is gonna have light prepared?
I don't know.
Me? Play anything but an edgelord?
All right. As you expand the light, you can see a little bit further. Those of you that have dark vision can now see kind of the far off stone wall, which reaches up dozens of feet up into the air. It seems at this point in the room, there's a fair gap across the other side, but there are at least 2 rows of pits kind of going along this whole space, each one about 30 to 40 feet in diameter. And as you kind of look around the space with your renewed vision, you see kind of the gap of the backward wall, and above it there's just these small crystalline spheres suspended there with various flying creatures. Things like groups of flying insect or swarms of insects, or a harpy resting on a floating branch, or even just one you see seems to be a singular floating fleshy orb with an eyelid-like slit in it.
Gross.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
It does
Do we-
seem rather cruel to have all these creatures just kept here.
Agreed. Do we see a door anywhere?
From this point of view, how far is your light reaching?
I think it's 30 feet. Let me double check.
20 feet radius.
Yeah, you're right. It's 20 foot. 20-foot radius, dim light. Or sorry, 20-foot radius bright light, and another 20-foot radius past that dim light. So
80
40
feet
foot
total.
radius. 40. What?
Well,
40
80
feet
foot
total.
diameter total.
Yes.
I would say those of you with dark vision, you can see a door probably off to the left.
At me, I can see it.
I can see. I can see. I can see.
I can show you the world.
Can you show me the library?
Right.
Well, I do
Uh.
see a way out. At least a way to whatever next room.
Well,
Well-
seeing as we came around this way, it is possible that this just leads us back to the dining area.
Might as well try.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going back through that door. And if we learn anything from there, let's avoid touching stuff.
Agreed. Especially that big fleshy eye slit thing.
Oh, I thought.
I don't like that.
It is worth noting, it's like 50 feet in the air.
I'm still uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
All right, someone going to that door.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will go to the door. I will open it.
I will guidance.
Guidance. Open the door, guidance.
Well, so
I
hold
mean,
on.
if they need anything, I will guidance.
You like
I will follow to guidance.
I'll guidance you walking. You're guided.
All guided
Does anyone want-
walking.
Does anyone want resist?
It's just like an endless train of buffs.
Cleric
For like
parties, man.
6 seconds, or like 6 seconds each time.
Alaska, as you walk through the space, kind of glancing at the domes as you walk past them, you do note one of the domes, kind of closer off to the wall, is cracked. Seems like there's a
shit.
large, probably about a 15-foot diameter hole in it, and there is no creature inside of it.
Oh no.
That's awesome. Like from a player standpoint, that's awesome.
I'm uncomfy.
I do not want Aleska to know that because I don't want to know. But that's awesome.
But other than that, you make your way over to the door, and opening it, you are faced with the dining hall.
Okay, yes. It's just back the way we came.
Guess wide open spaces it is.
Guess so.
Yes.
Should we check the fireplace again?
Sure. I don't know how thorough. I mean, it did hurt me, so there must be like more going on. I can probably. I prepared to spell magic today. Hold on, let's go back.
I could also take care of the fire.
Same.
I could also just burn myself and walk through.
No, I
You certainly
really
could, my little friend. You certainly could.
Walk through flame.
You guys,
I cast walk the flame.
Belrith and Chance, you do continue to hear this sound off in the distance further in the room. Something rubbing against stone.
Still
It's-
within the pit room.
Yeah, it's much further down, very distant, but you do just hear this subtle sound. Just
I don't like that.
I don't either.
Good. Hurry up if you guys are hearing things.
I hear things. It sounds like
When?
metal against stone.
All the
That
time.
way.
Is
Kind
there
of.
a Bell still here anywhere? Does anyone see him?
I
I
think
could
we
use another
left
drink.
him on the table.
I think we should maybe just check the fireplace. Maybe you can get a drink while we're doing that.
Yeah, one more time. Let's check it.
Wait, you were going to magic it.
Yeah, I
I'm
cast
magic it.
magic on the fireplace.
Oh, you're gonna cast that? Let me double check something really quickly.
Oh, you think you're gonna cast that?
Oh, you're going to cast
God.
that?
How dare you cast
You
spells?
fool! You
How
have
dare you,
like
as a cleric,
Did
cast
you-
spells?
I'm just doing it at third.
At
Did you
third
get a
level.
permit to cast that
Um,
spell?
Roll a check with your spellcasting ability modifier.
Ooh, that's a 19 on the die. That's a 23.
23.
Ooh.
Okay, you manage to. You feel the energy leave your hands suddenly, almost like a breeze wiping away dust off of an object. You feel some of the magic dispel from it.
I press the tiara again.
Let me see something really quickly.
Oh,
Make sure that I'm reading the spell right. It's like the first time in like a year that someone's actually cast dispel magic.
Look at me go.
good
Hey,
job.
just remember, I casted it on a fake door.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
to realize it was no longer a door. All right, you poke the tiara.
Nothing happened?
It nudges slightly backwards.
Mm.
You push it and just boop. It moves a little bit.
It doesn't do anything past that?
Nope, it's a tiara and you poked it.
Are these like, so when you were describing it, so are they just like things that are on the mantle, or are they like,
There's
okay.
various objects on the mantle, arranged in somewhat of a presentational manner.
I'm gonna just start randomly picking up things to see if that like will cause like a random secret door.
You pick up the candelabra, nothing happens. You pick up the goblets, nothing happens. They're very nice goblets though. You pick up the tiara, nothing happens.
I'm all out of fucking thoughts, guys.
Open field, perhaps?
Well, I mean, does someone else want to check it out? I don't know if I did that thorough of a job.
I'm not good at looking for things.
Neither am I.
I mean, I could, but there was that weird sound that I mentioned.
Do you want to go eat it? I don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about the weird sound.
Maybe it's just a door that's like opening and closing on its own.
Yeah.
That would be a lot less scary than what I first thought.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that.
We should go check it out now.
Unless you really want me to check out this, I could do a perception check.
I mean,
and
just-
see if there's anything else.
Look at the fireplace. If there's not anything there, it was
All right, fine. I will
wishful
look.
thinking.
God, can I look?
At what?
I don't know. Something we missed.
Where? Describe, because I don't
In
know if you're
the-
saying in a room.
In the fireplace area.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Thank you.
Looking for secret levers, latches,
Okay.
and stuff.
Secret lever.
You
Does the
said
guy-
investigation.
Yes, I did.
Am I guided?
Can I guide?
I'm guiding you.
You
I
get like
don't need
slapped
a-
on the back by 4 different people saying you're guided.
Oh,
Ow! Jesus. All right.
That's like the cleric handshake. It's just like a big slap on the back.
That's a 24.
24. It seems to be a completely normal fireplace put here to provide warmth.
It's just a fireplace to provide warmth.
bullshit.
You do that earlier before I cast the spell.
Okay, cool. Then let's go check out that weird
Let's
noise.
go check out the sound.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Guys,
feel like God has mentioned it enough times that we should go look at it.
I of course Vax cannot hear the noise. I was getting very different vibes from the reason that noise is being said, but you know.
There's two reasons I mentioned something multiple times. You either should go check it out, or you should run away from it very quickly.
Unfortunately, Aleska is getting less excited than she was when she first left the temple because there's not been a lot of war happening.
To the sound.
Aleska is bored.
Not bored, but the adrenaline that had filled her when she first met up with the group has dimmed a bit.
Fair.
And she's getting closer to the point of like seeking out problems.
Seeking out. She's trying to become a problem.
I was gonna say,
Mother, I crave violence.
if there are no problems, I will create a problem.
Darkness fills me.
All right.
I'm going to hide behind everyone sulking.
Okay.
Okay.
As you all re-enter this bestiary room, as it seems, you're immediately faced with the same pits. Are you guys just walking downward?
Yeah.
Quietly.
All right.
I
then
do
roll
wanna
stealth
check-
checks.
Quite quietly.
If only we had a oh nice, goddamn. If only we had a druid or someone to cast fucking pass without a trace, but whatever.
Ranger.
Oh, that was the
14.
same roll for my disadvantage. How interesting.
10.
Trigger the
22.
main cleric.
15.
I did not roll as well as my modifier says I should have.
I also got a 16.
Okay, good to know. All right, you guys begin walking down. You all, at this point, noting the fractured dome that Aleska had noted earlier.
Wait, I was the one who noticed it?
You're the one that walked to the door first, so I said it to you first.
Oh, fuck. Okay, cool.
Very, like, large. You can kind of see in the pits, there is shattered pieces of crystal. It's kind of down, laying in the stonework.
Question for you. What like are in the crystals nearby? I'm just trying to figure out like how this person has categorized these animals, and like maybe we can better determine what
The Mooey decimal system.
business. I gotta do an
Those are the
archive
cows.
program to
I
use
dig it.
my
That was a good
apparent
pun.
future skills.
There does seem to be a cluster along kind of the earlier walls of more mundane creatures, such as cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, simple stuff. Occasional groups of like crag cats kind of wandering around and napping. As you go further into the space, you start seeing a little bit more
Exotic.
exotic creatures such as hippogriffs and basilisks and onkegs.
Nothing humanoid, right? Like no proper sentient creatures.
No, you don't see any. However, as you move further and you kind of pass a few more of these domes, you do see a couple of them that have similar large breaks in them.
Okay. So we're thinking it's probably going to be something slightly more dangerous, or multiple things slightly more dangerous.
No, it's just a door that's opening and closing.
It is worth noting, those of you with higher passive perceptions, the sound is getting slightly louder as you go further into the space.
Makes sense.
I have hope, but shut the fuck up.
I don't like that hole in the seat in the dome.
Eventually, after about, I would say 100 yards or maybe closer to 200, you guys do find a much larger pit. This one probably sitting in the center of the room and is probably 60 feet in diameter. And this one itself has a massive hole in it off to one side. This time the crystals are not in the space in the pit so much as out on the ground.
Huh.
The crystals
like
for
it.
lighting it, or the crystals for
The
like,
crystals
the
of the
barrier?
dome.
Could
the
one
material of the dome is made
surmise Could one surmise that whatever was in this was probably trying to eat whatever was in the other ones, if that's where we're going? With
You can
this
pretty
thought
readily
process?
surmise that it is whatever broke the domes was breaking out of this one and into the others.
Ah,
Oh.
man, this is a really hungry door.
Yeah, very hungry.
I only use Homer.
Only use Homer.
I only use humor to cope with the immense fear that's going through my body right now.
Just gonna pull up my spell list.
As you all sit and inspect this, the breaks in this dome and theorize what's going on, you just hear the sound of something scraping against stone, getting closer. Just, and those of you that are, as you look around in the space, you see a large shape moving through, almost long and serpentine. As it crawls through the dome. As it reaches within probably about 100 feet of you guys, you can start seeing, you just see this massive worm-like creature that crawls or raises up into the air. You see this 4 split open mouth. It rises open with a maw filled with teeth and tentacles and tendrils reaching out. You just hear as it starts moving towards you. And that is where we're going to go on break. So, we will be right back in about 15 minutes. So get some snacks, go to the bathroom if you have to, and we will see you in a bit. So be right back, guys.
But
Welcome back, everyone. Wheeler, the timing was a little bit off there.
dang it. All right, well, I tried.
These are these moments when you hear them just you have everyone making random noises before the cameras turn on. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had good snacking, good drinks. You went to the bathroom if you had to. I'm not going to say the things I said last time. Learning my lessons. So, let's get back into it. As this creature begins slithering towards you all, rising up into the air, and you see its maw open, just rows and rows of teeth and several tentacles just slurping out of it, just whipping around through the air and just kind of scans across you. I'd like you all to roll initiative.
I'm scared.
Finally.
Oh no.
I rolled a natural 20.
Hell yeah. Welcome
That's cocked.
to
That's
the cleric
Wow.
dome. Do-do-do-do-do.
All right, hold on. You guys are all going to start shouting all at once, and I'm not going to understand what's going on. All right,
Hey.
Maury,
23.
23. Vax,
18.
18. Belrith,
18.
18.
I need
Oh,
to chew
boy.
ass and kick bubbles. Oh, damn.
Alaska,
How
6.
don't you have a dagger of warning or something too?
Not me.
No, who's the one that has the really high initiative roll?
Alert.
I have the battle axe warning.
Okay. And Chance, what's up?
7.
Playing the actual clerics of the party with their
Oh.
low initiatives.
Good thing this creature has a negative initiative modifier.
God.
All right. As this giant worm-like creature begins slurping towards you guys, probably about, I'd say 60 feet away at this point in time. What would you like to do with the first initiative roll of Mori?
Still trying to decide. I should have used break to decide what I was gonna do, but I'm a fool and I was drawing.
Tisk, tisk.
How dare I be
Strange.
creative? Fuck it. Alright, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh my god, I don't have spiritual weapon.
Honestly, thought you knew.
You didn't prepare a Spiritual Weapon?
Kind of fucking cleric are
Hold on,
you?
did I prepare spiritual weapons?
Also, you were
Oh, I did,
giving
yes.
Maury shit for not having light. Kyron doesn't have light.
Yeah, mother.
Yeah. So?
Tiefling grave clerics.
They don't have light.
Why
They're also
they?
similarly colored.
I just don't care to use it.
They could be twins.
I do have light. I just don't care.
Well, they are not twins.
That's another natural 20 on my spiritual weapon.
Well, first, what is-
at level 2 though, so because I'm being lazy.
Okay, level 2. Also, what does it look like?
It's a scythe.
Ooh.
You guys, Maury and Kyron are twins. They are absolutely twins.
Look,
It's kind of. I would say that it's very like, if this were an anime, it would be like almost like jagged looking. It's very like, it almost looks like it's like not dripping, but like it's like made of shadow, and like the shadows are all spotty and like jagged edges.
this is the magical weapon that, spiritual weapon that Chris made me for Kyron.
Only 11 points of damage. And then with my action, I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
Okay. 11 damage as the scythe slices through the creature's hide. Okay. With save.
Yes. No, con save. No, you're right. Wisdom save. Sorry, I was looking at Word of Radiance.
Yeah, that's a 27.
Okay, it saves. Guess this thing's pretty fucking wise if it has a 27. Fuck. And then I would like to hide behind Schultz.
You duck behind
Yes,
Chance.
hide behind, just like balling up into a fucking.
Sit on the ground with like my. No,
Just
I'm
hold
kidding.
him up. Just hold him in front of you.
You know, usually I do this.
I pick him up like a toddler, like.
All right, Belrith.
I am going to pull out my great club and cast a holy weapon
Okay.
on it. And then, how far away am I from this guy?
60 feet.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk my 30 feet towards it. And, yes, hold on. And it's my action. I'm going to, sorry, I'm trying to find the thingy.
I will do a thing. A
I'm going to
magical
do the thing.
A wonderful
Hold
thing.
on a second while I try and find it in my stuff. I thought I had like the thingy. I'll do that next turn because I can't find it in this moment. I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at it.
Is Mind Sliver a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. You need to roll an intelligence
An intelligence save.
save. Yes.
That's a 13.
You fail.
Oh no.
And for your next round, you have to subtract 1d4. Oh, it's a saving throw. It's fine.
What?
Yes. It says You have to subtract 1d6, d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn, but it doesn't matter because you probably aren't going to be making a saving throw. But if you do,
Well, if someone casts a
I
spell,
was gonna say I've already made 2 saving throws.
oh, fair. I can't fucking think today. Shut up.
I have made
It's
nothing
a
but
14
saving
damage.
throws.
Shut the fuck up. It's a 14 damage.
Wait, how much damage?
14.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Thank
You
you.
rolled 2 5s? Or did you roll a 6
I rolled
and
a
a 4?
6 and a 5. Oh,
Alright.
wait. No, 15.
15
I
damage.
can't count.
Who can do math around here?
I cannot.
You see the creature just kind of like, you see its maw is twitching as in pain a little bit as it continues to slither forward. All right, that'll bring us right around to Vax.
Yes. I've never had so many spells. There's so many. I'm not used to this. I will cast. What was I had something else for it. You know what? Just no. That's too big, isn't it? Sorry. I think just because it sounds very fun, I'm going to call lightning and like keep that away from us, obviously, but like.
Oh, this is a room that's
I was gonna
finally
s-
big enough for call
I was
lightning.
gonna say, let's check the parameters on that real quick.
It's hard when I don't have this.
It's only a
visual.
60-foot. It's only like a 60-foot radius. It's
10
I don't
feet
know how
tall,
close we are to a
60-foot radius. Yeah, the room is just big enough for that.
yeah, the room just has to be big enough. I used to think that it had to have like access to the air, but I was wrong.
Yeah, it's only 10 feet tall and 60 foot, and the room is almost exactly 120 feet.
All right, so yeah, I will cast that at 3rd level.
Okay. And that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Minus a D4, Sheen.
Minus a d4. Oh no. It's actually not very good for this thing, but. Alright, so. I don't think it worked. Oh, it definitely didn't work. That's a 10.
Yeah, no, that's not it. So that is 15. You know, the kind of damage.
Lightning damage.
Lightning damage, yes.
Surprise! Call lightning does lightning damage.
No way.
No way. I was making gyroscope lightning damage.
Who knew?
But yeah.
Alright, 15 damage, just lightning. You guys see a roiling storm cloud appear at the ceiling of the space. Just lightning begins striking at the creature's body. As you see with the flashes of it, you see it's extending out probably 50 or more feet backwards. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No. That'll be good for me.
Alright. It's now the creature's turn. It's this giant worm. It continues slithering forward, getting pretty much right up next to Belrith. And you just see its maw open. Just and acid sprays out of its maw. I'd like you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
I don't have this many d6s. I have to roll damage somewhere else.
I don't have this many D6s. I have to move this somewhere else.
Holy shit,
Ooh.
Yeah, 20!
That's
Sorry,
an 11.
23 total.
once
Hey,
again,
Shane, I
I am
can roll
one.
it. I have like
I'm one below
20,000.
chance. I got a 10.
I've got enough d6s in my bag. I just have to get my bag out.
Okay.
Wait.
I have like 20 right here if you need
Shane.
any.
Is this a spell and or magical effect?
No, this is it just spitting acid at you.
But I need if there's a stat block that you're reading, does it say that
It
it's
is
a
an
magical
action.
effect anymore? Does it say that it's magic?
I
No.
can tell you it's not
No,
magic.
it's not
This is
magic.
a
I just
like
wanna
How
make
many
sure.
ways can I say
physical
this? It is not a
aspect.
spell. It is not magical. It is a giant worm spitting acid at you.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so anyone who rolled less than an 18 fails.
Just saved.
Yep.
I just saved as well. Oh my god.
Give me that damage.
Wow.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah, I got a 10, so I was fucked either way.
Got a 23. That was where my nat 20 went for the night.
If you fail, you take 26 acid damage. If you succeed, you take half of that. You take 13.
Okay.
Ow, that hurt.
Owie.
Good
I am
thing we
injured.
have some clerics on board to help with that.
Yeah.
Oh no, whoever is going to heal me.
Now this thing is like, oh, I gotta take down the healer first. Wait,
I
take down
can't.
everyone at the same time.
I can't heal myself because I'm doing a concentration spell.
All right. As the creatures, as you all dodge and take the burning acid as it scatters against your skin, it is now Chance's turn.
Chance is gonna take after his counterpart. I'm gonna. Do I have to also call a storm cloud, or can I use the same storm cloud to call lightning?
Hold on.
I
Doesn't
think
it
just
say?
grows
If,
at that point?
well, there's two things here.
It
One,
does say, but it's if I'm outdoors in stormy conditions, when I cast a spell, it gives me control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one. Under the conditions, I get an extra D10 of damage, but I'm not outside. I will let you make the ruling on that, Shane.
Well, there's also the alternate rule, or there's the other rule about magic mixing together that, like, typically a thing can't be affected by the same spell twice. It would only take the highest version of whatever that spell is.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to cast it at 4th level.
I'm going to say you can cast a different storm cloud. However, because it is cast by someone else, you cannot take control of it.
Okay, so then I still get to cast it,
You
but
just don't
I
get the
don't
D10.
get that extra D10. Cool. I'm going to cast Call Lightning at 4th level then.
All right.
It needs to make a dex save for me.
That is, I can do math. Hold on, a 17.
Does not save. My save is a 19.
I'm pretty sure it can't. It can't save.
Yeah. I am also going to use one of my channel divinities to do Destructive Wrath and deal the maximum amount of damage since it is lightning damage.
All right.
So it takes 40 damage.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
As the storm cloud roils, it seems to almost grow larger around you, and suddenly, lightning starts shooting out even brighter and stronger from the clouds, slamming into this creature. You see, just at one moment, 3 different bolts of lightning just slam into it at once. That was a big hit. All right.
And then I hide behind Mori.
Just thoop, thoop, thoop.
Yeah.
All right. As
How dare
lightning
you.
continues roiling in this inside space, and you hear the sounds of animals kind of panicking in their pens. Alaska, it is your turn.
Jogging forward behind everybody else who also use their movement speed to get up there. She starts, pulls out the sword and the shield, wielding them at the ready, pointing the sword, because fuck material components. There's a thing that says I'm allowed to use whatever for. Is it Warcaster that lets you use spells even when you have things in your hands?
I think so.
Let me read it. Hold on.
I don't care.
You
Let's
you
put
can
it that
perform
way.
the somatic components even if you have weapons or a shield in one or both.
Okay, that's Warcaster. Well, I don't have that one. Either way,
Well,
I'm
I
casting
mean-
fucking Flame Strike.
I don't really care, especially because you're a
Good.
war cleric. Your holy
Good,
symbol
'cause I'm-
probably is your sword.
Made from the same metal that my necklace is forged out of, so sure. It needs to make a deck save, as from within the storm cloud that is above it, there is a bright orange spot that flares open and a pillar of fire slams down onto it.
Oh yeah, that's
10-foot radius, 40-foot high. It only has to beat a 15 to take half damage.
Yeah, that's a 1.
As she, so it's taking 46 fire and 4d6 radiant.
All right.
As she, as she congratulates everyone else on being awesome. 31 total.
All right, 31 damage is bursting this thundercloud. Just a pillar of flame shoots down, spiraling, and this bright effervescent light slams into the body of the creature. You just hear it howling, just as the flames reach into it and burn its flesh. That was all right. Not bad, guys.
As it's bathed in the glow of the flame, she says, "Be without fear in the face of your enemies."
What is this, Overwatch?
Wow.
No, well, she has more to it, but she only has 6 seconds, and she's also casting a spell, so she's not saying the entire thing.
This whole battle is just a continuous sermon.
But no, mentally, I did base her a little bit off of Brigitte, so.
All
You're not
right.
wrong.
That'll bring us right back to Maury.
All right. I am going to just use my bonus action super quick. Nope. That probably doesn't hit. Does a 12 hit?
No, a 12 does not hit. The scythe just bounces off its hide.
All right, and then also, can you make a Constitution DC 16 saving throw for me?
I certainly can. That is a 25.
All right, it succeeds, so it's going to take half damage on this.
Okay.
I'm casting Blight, so Maury's eyes, they just kind of, they step forward a little bit because I'm assuming I have to get within 30, well, I have to get within 30 feet. I'll step forward until I get to 30 feet, reach out my hand, and then their eyes just go black for a few seconds, and you guys just start hearing, like, very strange whispers in Infernal. 12.
I've still yelled.
I'm so bad at math. Hold on.
I've still yet to see any not truth about Maury and Kyron being twins. Spiritual weapon, told the dead,
Except for
blight.
me literally saying they are not twins.
Yeah, besides that.
That is not proof, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
What?
And you know, the fact that they're in two completely separate material planes.
That
or
doesn't
wherever the hell
matter.
they are.
This is
One
Kelly and
has
I were
short
talking about
horns,
here.
the other has long horns. One is
38
freckled with
divided by
black, the
2
other is
is the
freckled with
number.
green.
You said 38?
19.
Yeah.
19 points of damage.
All right, 19 damage as a haze of dark insects and energies starts swarming towards the creature. It just starts burrowing. You see the flesh kind of start tearing and melting in the spot that it hits. All right.
And then I hide behind John's.
Use the rest of your movement to get behind Chance. All
This is a
right.
game-
No, I want to get behind you.
It's musical chairs, but for cover.
It's reverse leapfrog.
Yeah.
Use me as cover. Gosh.
We keep like backing up like 5 feet every time we like.
Yeah.
All right. Belrith.
All right, how bad does this guy look? Does he look like he's not been touched at all, or?
I mean, he's been taking
Apparently
damage.
it's-
He's got some wounds on him, but he's not backing off by any means.
Okay. I'm gonna use my radiant consumption, and as my ASMR ability, and I'm gonna go and become a bright ass beacon for 1 minute. I am a bright light for 10 feet and a dim light for 20 feet. I'm suddenly just like really bright, and everybody, I'm sorry, everybody at the end of all of my turns, including myself, take 5 radiant damage. Apologize. in advance.
Everybody, how large radius is it?
At the within 10 feet of me, so just don't be within 10 feet of me. Good
Okay.
job.
So
I'll
just
basically be
Alaska.
injuring myself. And me.
I don't think
Yes.
you injure yourself. That would make
It
no
says
sense.
including you
Oh,
in
that
parentheses.
sucks.
All creatures within 10 feet, including you.
That
I know what you're
sucks.
talking about. That's
What
dope
kind
as
of
fuck.
thing is
Burning yourself
that?
alive.
Yeah, you're just like, I hate existence. Ah!
And now I'm going to attack with my holy weapon.
All right, roll for attack.
That's an 18 plus a 6.
That hits.
So that is, hold on when I do math. Uh, 29 points of damage,
All right, 29 points of damage as your.
and 10 of those are radiant.
All right, so a radiant club slams into the side of the creature and just smashes in, denting and bruising the flesh. Just you see kind of the purplish blood start forming underneath its skin.
And I'm going to take 5 damage from my brightness.
All right, so does the creature also take that?
Yes, because I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, I was gonna move up, so I'm within range to hit it if it's not already on me. So yes, it also takes that.
And also Alaska, who also hit it.
Yes, because if they're within 10 feet of me.
'Cause you
I
moved-
was 30 feet forward from it. I was still 30 feet from it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I
Okay,
thought
so
you
no,
moved.
so it's just me and the creature.
Okay, so it takes an extra 5 damage. All right,
Yeah.
it's starting to look a little hurt. All right.
I think if anything, I'm near Johnson Mori because I don't think either of them dashed.
Nope.
No, I mean you're all within. Most of you guys are within 30 feet. I just I didn't hear what you said. I just heard you moved, so I assumed you were getting in within melee. All right, Vax.
No.
Yes. Am I gonna be original? Probably not, because I don't want to get any closer. Like, I could, but where's the fun in that? Especially now that we got our little blow bug here. I'm gonna try and kill everyone who's close by.
That's me.
Fucking lightning bug.
I'm-
Mm-hmm.
I don't like England. Why did I just do that again? Alright. No, I'm gonna save that. Sorry. I think I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna learn something from chance, and then I'm going to call lightning at 3rd level again.
Okay.
Do a dex of 17.
I don't take it because I'm resistant to radiant damage.
So you would
You
take,
take
half.
half of it.
I take half,
so you
so
only take 2 damage.
2 damage.
Yeah.
Also,
were
you
not-
don't have to recast it. You can just call lightning from the same thing again as an action.
Am I?
Yeah,
wait,
you just
actually, before I
continue
do this, am I
concentrating
able to
on
like not get? Am I able to like move it just so it doesn't get?
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
don't
was
know
assuming you
why-
were not like you put it just at the edge of where
Yeah.
Belrith is.
Well, the lightning only hits where you point to.
Yeah, it hits a square 5 feet wide.
Oh.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
the
you don't
thing
have
is
to.
large or bigger, it just hits that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you don't have to recast it because it keeps the storm in the air. You can just use your action to do the same spell level that you did and just do the damage again.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's concentration, so
Tight.
Yeah, it's a continuous spell.
both of you are
Right, yeah.
concentrating. All right, so that's
That
a
happens.
dex save. That's an 11, so it fails.
Oh yeah. It was the same as last time. Though. That's 15. Yeah.
15 damage? Or the save DC was 15.
Oh no, 15 damage.
15 damage. All right, as lightning
You got it.
kind of roils out of the cloud roils again, just lightning striking against its hide. You guys just see these brief flashes. It's almost very ominous because it frames the creature as it's looming over Belrith. All right. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
As it's a bonus action. Let's see. Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on. I keep track.
Shield of Faith is also concentration, I believe.
Is it? Never mind. I forget how things work. Listen, I've never played a cleric.
Yeah,
I don't know
Shield of
anything
Faith is
supposed to do.
concentration.
Yeah, so
That
if you
is
cast
fair.
Shield of Faith, you dispel your Call Lightning.
So no,
Also-
I'm going to keep vibing.
You can use your action. So calling down lightning again while concentrating on the spell is your action as well.
Yeah.
It's not a spell slot, but it's still your action.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna
Okay.
keep vibing.
Kelly, evens or odds?
Oh. Oh no.
You called that wrong. All right.
Oh no.
There.
As
That's why you
the
never ask me to do things.
as the lightning continues striking it, the creature actually just slithers past and around Belrith. Its long body still occupying a similar space, but it's plants itself firmly between Belrith and looks down at Mori. The tentacles from its mouth as it lunges forward just lash out towards
Oh
Mori.
no.
No, thank you.
No.
That is a 15 to hit.
That misses. No, thank you. Bad doggy.
All right, you manage to avoid the tentacles as they whip around you, barely missing your feet and your body. All right, and that is its turn. Odd this thing has multi-attack. I really hate that.
Yeah, that was one of the things I didn't like about it either.
All right, that'll bring us to Chance. This thing is in your face now.
Hey, I'm going to use my bonus action in tandem with my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to use Mass Healing Word.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm going to just use the call lightning action to call lightning down again.
Okay.
I'm not going to use my channel divinity on this, but as the lightning comes down and is like about to hit it, I kind of look at everyone and I'm like, hey, seeing this thing in here is quite shocking.
You're not playing a
And-
bard.
I know I'm not.
Doing
But
great, Chance.
everyone gets 8 points of healing except this creature.
Oh, you don't want to heal it too?
No.
Nope. I'm not going to do the max damage, so I actually have to roll for this. Hold on. Let me grab
Please
my
stand by as I
d20s.
math.
Please stand by.
Thank you, D&D Beyond, for letting me roll all the dice at once. Not have to count.
Well, that's a shitty roll. That's 18 points of lightning damage.
All right, 18 lightning as the cloud continues to thunder and boom, and lightning just striking
As you hear,
against
like,
it.
You hear like the like the Bill and Ted
Oh no.
guitar riff as I say the joke, and a pair of like shades come over my eyes like I'm a cool guy.
Make this whole
and then-
apocalyptic one shot, and you guys are making memes.
And then, much like last turn, I get behind Mori.
Okay. Well, you incur an attack of opportunity. No, you're still within range.
Right. Fuck.
I'm not that fast.
All right, that brings us to Aleska.
Ooh, all right. So I'm near enough to Chance that it should be at least, I don't have to, dash or anything to get to it, right? I'm near it.
No, the only one that's probably like kind of out of range is Belrith.
Okay, cool. I'm going to move forward, and I am going to strike it with my longsword.
All right, roll for attack.
Strike.
That is a 23 total to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Max damage, 13 slashing damage. After that, I am going to trigger some things. Bonus action, War Priest. I am going to make another weapon attack as a bonus action.
Wait,
You've activated.
thought that was only after a spell.
No.
Oh no, you get to use your Okay, yeah. Sorry.
When you use the attack action,
Yeah, sorry.
you can make a weapon attack as a bonus action. That one was only.
I mistaked it with something that Eldritch Knights get.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about Eldritch Knights. I haven't played one in like 3 years. That's only a 14, so I am going to channel Divinity Guided Strike and gain a +10 to that, which is after the roll, but before knowing the result. I am going to change it to a 24. That specifically takes no action. Give me another D8, boy. Oh, that's another max damage. Y'all can. This is what Aleska does.
All right.
That's her shit. As she says the next line of her oath. As she's swinging the sword again and again, she says, "Be brave and upright, so that the gods may love thee." And just stabbing at it.
And just hacking away at this purplish blue blood spurting out of it as he sliced through its flesh.
She has, with all of the like, the look in her eyes is like, not a bloodlust, but like she is living right now.
The book I'm reading
and
currently,
doing mostly max damage.
The book I'm reading currently has a myth or concept they call thrill, which is just this very powerful energy and desire to fight. All right, that'll bring us back to Mori.
Okay, can I use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon to within 5 feet of it?
Oh yeah, I mean this thing occupies. It has moved quite a bit, but it's now occupying roughly the same space as you were attacking before.
That is a 19 to hit with that.
That hits.
Ooh, that is sorry, I'm bad at math right now. 11 points of damage.
All right.
And then with my action, I'm just gonna reach out and just kind of like touch this thing, and I would like to cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay. You have to move a little bit forward, just as a note.
Okay. All right, I will move forward to touch this thing. I figured since it was trying to bite me, it was within range.
It's a big boy. It's got some range to it.
Does a 23 hit?
I mean, based off your previous rolls, yes, it would.
Okay. All right, so that's 3d6 damage. Hold while I find all my d6s and drop a d8 on the ground accidentally.
Please continue to hold.
That's 10 points of damage.
Okay.
But I also heal 10 as I siphon its life force away from it.
Dude, sick.
It's a very uncomfortable feeling. Like.
Yeah, it's like kind of gross, but you know, it's better than dying.
Yeah, it is unnatural. You feel like an odd presence in the back of your head as you do so, and you're like, ugh.
Oh, you're nasty. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Belrith. The creature is now not dealing with you at all.
Lovely. Cool. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at it.
It is still within melee of you.
That's too close. Cool. I'm gonna.
Yeah. It occupies a lot of space.
That is fair. I'm just gonna bop it in the.
This is a big worm.
I'm gonna bop it in the butt then.
Big
all right. Give it.
That's a higher than the last time, so it hits.
Worm chungus. A wungus.
A wungus.
Yes, that's a. $31 points of damage. 10 of those are radiant.
All right. You slam your weapon into the creature, and you just see kind of a burst of blood and ichor just out of the wound.
Then I guess I will just I don't know. It's too close to me. I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Don't stand so
Close to me. Hello. I'm just gonna cast cure wounds at myself.
Okay.
We'll do it at second level. That's the end of my turn.
All right, Vax, it is your turn.
How hurt is this bad boy looking?
It's having a pretty bad day. It is looking very wounded and bleeding from multiple spots. The floor is slowly being covered in just purple-blue blood.
Well, since my lightning cloud's already here,
Oh, and it takes 5 radiant damage also because of the thingy.
And you take 2.
I take 2.
Do I want to channel divinity? Is the question. That'd be 30. You know what? Because it goes after me. Yeah, I'll just do channel divinity for that. So it'll be 30 lightning damage. Just make it safe.
If it makes it safe. Boo, 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 boo. That is... Don't forget, I have a thing. 16.
Does not make it. Okay, that'll be... That channel divinity, that would be... 30.
Alright, 30 damage as more lightning just slams down into it from the clouds above it. It's thunderstorm roiling. You can smell the burning flesh off the creature's back. It sees through the air. Alright. It is the worm's turn again. And it is not giving up on its meal.
No.
Alright, that was a little bit better. That's a 25 to hit.
That do hit.
Alright. As it lunges forward to you, these tentacles shooting from its mouth and wrapping around you, you actually feel these small prines on the side of the tentacles just dig into your skin through your clothing. You are going to take 18 bludgeoning damage as the tentacles slam into you and constrict you, as well as math. 9 psychic damage as you feel your nerves start burning across your body and your mind start to go a little bit blank. And I would like you to make a DC, or I'd make you make a strength saving throw.
Make a strength saving throw? Okay. Sorry, I was making con checks. For my concentration. Saving throw? Con? Or, sorry, strength? That's a 19.
19, you just saved.
I rolled a 19 on the die. I have no pluses. I am a twink.
You manage to resist as you feel the tentacles pulling towards you. They're pulling you towards it.
Today, no natural selection. No, thank you.
And I believe... Yes, the tentacles slip off of you as they kind of rip out of your skin, managing to hold your ground as it tries to pull you in. Just, they pull off of you.
Wasn't very nice.
Really, really hoping you'd fail that for funsies.
I am the one that would probably fail the most.
All right, Chance, it is your turn.
Well, after my last pun, I'm gonna do the same thing and just use my action to call lightning again.
All right. Lightning starts roiling down from the clouds on it. That's an 11. Wait. Fuck. Not an 11. That's a 17.
Oh, it still fails.
Yeah, I don't think it can pass the save with a -2 dex.
That's better. That's 24 points of lightning damage.
All right. How would you like to finish it?
I just kind of bend down to whisper in its ears, "Eat lightning, nerd." I don't know.
Yeah, eat lightning, nerd.
And then I'll just let the lightning strike it through like its head and leave just a giant hole in its head, and then it just falls. But
Yes.
like it falls, and I like it is a me-shaped hole, so I'm like in the hole of it, And then I like climb out and I'm like,
As the
Covered in-
clouds roil in turn, just several lightning strikes just blast through it, and you see them arc through, slamming into the ground in front of you guys as it pierces through the creature's head. And it falls down, having been looming over you and Mori. Just you
I will
guys,
frame high.
you guys manage to just barely land in the hole and kind of climb out, covered in purple blue blood and smelling of burnt worm. As the creature dies, you guys just hear, almost in your mind more than your ears, just and it just fades into nothing.
Alaska continues hacking at the body for another couple seconds before sort of heavy breathing, realizing that it's not doing anything, before like stepping back, pumping both fists into the air and just, yeah.
Is there a door on the side of the room?
All right, as you recover yourselves from this and you start looking further down in the chamber, there are two more doors, one off to the right and one dead ahead.
Nice.
all right, I am gonna take a second to cast Cure Wounds on myself
I'm
I
just going to continue
at
to
second level.
glow very brightly.
Can you turn that off?
No, I
2d8
can.
plus
I'm just
5,
choosing not to.
So 13 points.
It
back to
lasts
me.
a minute.
You're taking damage the entire time.
Just slowly,
How is
every
everybody
6
else doing
seconds,
on hit points?
with that second level, I am at 70 out of 80.
With my second level, I just pumped into myself. I'm at 63 out of 83.
Um,
I'll be fine.
I'm doing great.
I've been in worse scraps. You know, the life of a magician.
So Vax will turn to Chance and be like, hey, Chance, did Gilmarie proud. Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
I'll pump a 4th level healing word into myself. Ooh, that's really good.
I'll begrudgingly stop glowing.
I'm at 86 out of 90.
We just like a mass healing word because I can't justify doing anything for myself.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hit points down. I don't need anything.
I'll be
Yeah,
fine unless
I'm
someone
4
wants
hit points down right now.
to help me off. There's like a rather large hole in their side, and they're like, "Oh, I really
That's
like
fine.
that too." Fuck.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
You'd like to fuck?
No, I said I really like this. Like show like where there was like a huge bite mark. Ruined it. Fuck hell.
We should probably cauterize that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll sacred flame onto my sword, and then press the sword against.
Oh my god.
it just kind of burns. Not a cauterizing way, but just kind of this kind of stings.
Okay. Thanks
It
for
doesn't help that
cauterizing
there's
it.
still probably from
Probably
the
like
creature on it.
glued. Probably glued some of your like clothes to it a little bit.
Can I use his outfit too?
You said okay.
Someone mentioned mending earlier. I don't have that skill myself, but
Me neither.
I do not either.
I do. I start mending my clothes.
Just haphazardly fixing it with magic as you go along. All right.
We're like paying attention to the doors, and Maury's just like, and then,
Oh my god, there's a little hole there.
and then there's this hole here.
I did get bit.
any other doors in this room, or are there doors down in any of the pits?
Yeah, we're
Where
heading
the
towards
two
two
doors,
doors
yeah.
right now.
Yes. So there's the one dead ahead and there's one to the right.
Yeah, you were busy still hitting a dead creature, so there are 2 doors right ahead of us.
Flip the coin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the right one.
I'll go for
Hey,
the
wait.
left one.
There's another worm that just forms out of that door.
Just
Open
shoot.
the
As soon as you
door.
open it, just blows
Yeah.
through the door.
Hey, Howard, just in case.
Looks like this is a
Back up.
worm-making door.
All right.
That's
Uh-oh, this is the spider's door.
Yeah. Ooh.
Chance, as you open the left or the rightmost door, you see inside of it. You don't hear or feel anything out of it, like similar to the other doorways. But you see kind of this large room filled with tables and benches covered in alchemical equipment and engineering equipment, and several walls containing shelves and books and planter boxes housing colorful plants.
Does it look familiar and similar to the vision that we
Not particularly. Same style, but it's definitely not a library by any means.
Okay.
Seems more like a workshop.
This looks like a workshop.
Try the other door.
I'm opening the other door.
So you open the other door, Belrith. You are faced with kind of a circular stone room with a spiral staircase in the center. Around it, a few desks and chests, and you do see kind of off on a distant side of a wall a crate full of these bright, colorful, fist-sized crystals.
There's crystals down this way.
Oh, joke. Do any of them look like diamonds, just in case one of you fuckers dies?
Do any of them look like diamonds in case any of those fuckers die?
I love that my audio is cutting out literally at the very end of this. Make a perception check.
It was not great. Considering I have a +9. That's a 14.
A 14. Most of them look very colorful. There's not really any clear ones. They seem to be crystal versus actual gemstones.
They seem too bright and colorful for that.
Is the stairwell leading up or down?
Up.
Which one we going through?
Does there look like there's any doors in the room that Chance opened up? Like, are there doors on the other side of the room?
Are you sticking your head in, Chance?
Yeah, I'll stick my head in real quick.
Okay. As you look in, the space kind of, it's almost like a tiered floor for a bit. There's kind of these levels to it. At the far back, there seems to be another door.
There's another door to the far back of this place.
Well, we have had good experiences with doors, I suppose. Maybe we should go through this one.
All right.
Yeah.
So through the alchemical lab.
Okay. You guys all enter this large laboratory, seeing all the walls covered in books and shelves, the various colorful plants that most of you just don't recognize, or if you do, you've only seen them in books. I'm assuming you're just going straight to the door.
Straight to the door, not messing with any crabs.
Okay. You guys walk with purpose through the room, ignoring everything else. And you are, I'm assuming if you're just going straight into it.
I'll open it just to make sure.
Okay. As you open it, you are immediately faced with a very, very long hallway lit by these flickering crystal torches, similar as you've seen prior. There's a large, kind of rich, colorful carpet going the whole way down, probably an odd, 150, 200 yards down that way. Towards one end, you see a heavy bronze statue kind of standing astride at the very end of the hallway, and along the walls between all the pillars, there's just a doorway every 10 feet. Or 10 yards, sorry.
Hallway with a lot of doors.
You know, when I said we had good luck with doors, I didn't mean this.
I think your god heard you and laughed.
Yeah, probably.
Should we go down this one and just check every door?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll take the ones on the right.
I'll take the ones on the left.
I'll run for how many? It's a long hallway, many doors. Go down a bit more on the right and then start checking this.
Okay.
Okay.
Vax, as you kind of go down further, you do note there is a door between the legs of the statue, though it is currently blocked by a sword kind of point down being held in both of its hands.
Hey guys, there's a unique looking door over here.
Ooh, let's
Let
go
me
to
describe
that
what
one.
it was. I wrote descriptions for these. Hold on.
Never, we don't have to. I'm just saying, there's a door that looks like mysterious.
You'd run.
If there's a door with a sword in front of it, I'm checking out the door with the sword.
All
There's a
right.
door with a
As
sword.
you all make
I'm checking out the sword.
Chance, as you open one of the doors, you are faced with a kind of hard stone room decorated with heavy fur rugs and kind of flickering light. There's a fireplace burning on the far side of the room with bookshelves and frames of landscapes and portraits decorating every wall. In the center, there's a desk. It's the back of the chair facing the door. And out you can see a broad set of crystalline windows looking out what seems to be a mountain landscape. Just snow blowing past. In the center of these windows, there's a large brass telescope. It seems to almost be merged with the crystal of the windows.
Study. Closed door.
All right, Belrith. Your door leads to an open awning covered by a wooden roof. There's a few chairs sitting off towards the side near a railing looking out over what seems to be crystalline blue seawater. And you see on a table between the two of them is a decanter full of bright red wine, almost ruby-like. And you can...
Is it nighttime or daytime?
It is daytime. It is bright and shining. You stick your head in, you can smell seawater and fruit trees, as well as some cinnamon and clove.
Balcony. I'll close the door.
You guys are just like, well shit. Alright. As you all approach the final door, you see this large, probably 15-foot tall statue of the same brass that you've seen across the whole space. It's just holding a large claymore planted tipped down in front of the door that it's standing astride of.
Yeah. We just
They
need
ask
to get the
nicely.
sword out there.
You think if we ask nicely, then it'll move?
Let's try.
Worth a shot?
I think this, if anyone would have the authority to, it might be me.
You're confident, go for it.
Guardian, in the name of the Lord Alion, you and your weapons, get the fuck out of our way.
As you
This I command you.
Eloquent.
Very nice.
I loved it.
As you
Yeah,
call out to the creature,
I only know a few prayers, and this is not one of them. They're more like battle cries.
you call out to this creature, you see its eyes, or where their eyes would be, alight with this bluish green light. and for a moment it seems to start creaking as its elbows kind of raise up and it begins moving. And it immediately just raises a hand and starts moving down to punch into you. I would like you to all to roll initiative. Swings
This was
its giant
unexpected.
fist. Just
You said this was 15 feet tall?
give or take.
An 11
Okay.
for me.
That's a
Hold on.
Yeah.
If we have,
Why do we keep getting the same
all right.
initiative?
Before we all
I did
start
better this
randomly
time.
yelling numbers. All right, Maury,
15.
15. Vax,
11.
11. Belrith,
11.
11. Aleska,
14.
14. Chance.
18.
Hell yeah.
Wow. That alert feat coming in handy.
Oh, I didn't get alert. I just rolled a 17 plus 1.
I thought you said you had alert.
No, we mentioned it as one
Yeah, I
of the
mentioned
things that
it. I don't
helps
have
with
it.
initiative, but we don't have it.
I did ASI and Warcaster.
Jane, correction. I have a 14. I forgot what my initiative was. I thought it was +4. It's +3.
All right. Well, as this creature winds up to start punching down towards Aleska, Chance, you're up first.
Oh, what to do? Let's see. This isn't nice. Hey, I don't know where you're from, but you should probably go back to it. I'm gonna try to banish it.
Oh, I was
Eh,
thinking.
I have this spell prepared too, and I've been thinking about it.
I was like getting ready to use the last one. I'm like,
So I need you to roll a charisma save.
Let me check the wording on that real quick. Keep forgetting to actually
If it's
leave.
native to the plane you're on, you banish it to a demi-plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Target.
just-
It
I'm just
doesn't
checking
say
things.
construct or.
It says creature. You attempt to send a creature.
Let me pull up the spell description really quickly so I can read it.
Creature of construct.
Constructs are creatures, yes. Creature is
Yeah.
pretty much any enemy that is not like a trap in like you have creatures and you have objects. Constructs are considered creatures.
Okay.
There's a thin line there, but constructs are creatures, even though they're objects like.
All right. Your spell fails as you feel the spell take hold for a moment, and just a burst of poof, it suddenly shatters your concentration.
That's no fun.
Try it. Everybody else try it too.
I'm not too prepared at.
What was
That
it?
is
A planar
all I can do.
binding? What was it?
Banishment.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that prepared.
All right. Aleska, it is your turn as this creature's striking down towards you.
Fuck, I almost want to try to catch its fist, but like I know that's stupid.
You can certainly try.
I know. Oh, you know what I can try though? Hold monster. It needs to succeed on a wisdom save of at least 15, or it is paralyzed. And as I do so, I will hold up my sword, sort of in front of my shield, in a warding gesture. But I'm probably gonna get the shit knocked out of me if this doesn't work.
This doesn't work. Paralyzed specifically.
So if it's immune to being paralyzed, then fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that thing. But
You feel
It says
the energy of your spell
paralyzed.
reach out to it, and just it seems to just skirt around it, being deflected off of its skin.
That's right. So it has probably advantage on saves. Fuck. Because I know the only thing that is unaffected regularly by paralysis is undead. Oh well.
Alright.
Okay. That's it for me. I'm not moving.
Okay. Maury, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to. Sorry, decision paralysis. I am going to cast Bane. Please make a charisma saving throw for me.
Brain.
That is a 9.
It fails, so it has to take a negative D4 on any attack roll or saving throw from here on out for the next minute or so. And instead of hiding behind Chomps this time, I hide behind Belric.
All right.
Like,
I was made by the crabs. You were merely attacked by them.
All right.
that's my turn.
It is now the creature's turn. This
Yikes.
giant golem
Oh no.
slams its fist down
You are
towards
merely wearing it.
Aleska. That is a 24 to hit.
Take a
Oh
negative 4.
no.
-4, but I think that still hits no matter what. So 22.
Yeah,
I say it would hit with a 20.
I know. I still want to yell.
So yes, that does hit.
You want your bane. All right.
I
What dies are these? That is 13 bludgeoning damage as the fist slams down on your shield and just knocks you into the ground.
I would assume this is magical damage,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So I don't
it
get
is
my
magical.
3 resistance. Okay. I also am going to make a wisdom save because I took damage while wielding my sword.
All right, and as it recovers from that, it draws its sword up off the ground, raising it up and slashing towards Maury.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm hiding. I'm further away from it.
Behind me.
It has a 10-foot reach.
I mean, I moved away. Like, I was moving farther back. Like, I didn't say how far back, but I would be, like, moving the fuck away. I'm sorry if I didn't specify that, but...
Well, I assumed you guys were all pretty close, so you gotta specify how far away are you moving.
Okay, I'm sorry. Theater of the mind, I'm like, probably 20 feet was the plan. I was like, because most of my spells rely on range. So...
Okay.
It's fine for now. I'll just move the next turn. It's fine. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
Okay. That is... All right, that'll be an 18 to hit then.
That hits.
Okay. Grab the appropriate dice for this. Okay, that's my math skills are failing me. That is 29 slashing damage.
Oh,
So you have to make a...
concentration.
Oh no.
That'll be a DC 16 for the concentration check, I think.
I don't make it.
Okay, so the Bane is... Oh, wait, also, what's your AC?
17.
17. Actually, you do not get hit. I
Yeah,
forgot to roll the Bane die.
Sorry.
Yes,
How
I
much
forgot.
damage was that?
You did
It's
not
29
get hit.
damage you get back.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm
29.
healing. I'm just healing it because I already put it in.
Yeah. I forgot to roll the Bane die for that. It rolled
It's
an
alright, we
18,
won't
it
let
rolled
you
an 18
forget.
but then I rolled a 4 on the Bane die. So you managed to duck out of the way as the... You see kind of the eyes go a little bit dim, and it just swings wide of you, just slamming into the stone. All right. That'll bring us back to Belrith.
All right. I'm gonna stay as far away from this thing as I possibly can, and I'm just gonna guiding bolt it up the butt.
All right, roll for attack.
Up the butt.
Guiding bolt up the butt. That's a wow. 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll
I
hit.
rolled an 18 plus a 10.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Okay, cool. I see it's nice. Okay. 26. Wait, yes. Points of damage.
All right, 26 points of damage. Yeah, 26 points.
Wait, I'm missing a dice. Hold on, wait.
And that's radiant because it's a guiding bolt, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's 27. Sorry, I was missing a dice. I have a lot of dice here.
One whole more damage. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Watch that one damage come in handy later.
You managed to kill it
Oh
by
my
one.
god, they have
No, with exact. You managed to do the exact number of damage on the
And I
last hit.
don't have a bonus action, so I'm just gonna just be like, you guys have this. I believe in you.
Go team go.
Go
Level
team,
bar.
go. Go team, go.
As this like
That'll be my turn.
misty bolt of blue energy slams into the side of the creature, just skirting and blasting off its pauldron. You see burn marks and some gouges into it. All right, that'll bring us to Vax.
Oh, I always pick spells that are good for groups of enemies, and I never pick across all characters. Just like, nah, I
You
need.
guys ran from the one group of enemies. What do you want from me?
Well, no, it's just a weird thing I do when I create characters, I guess. Is it possible for? Well, it might make that. Could I pull off doing like a shatter without having it hit anyone and having it just like hit the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. I will cast it at 4th level.
Okay. What save is that?
Good
That
old
is
shatter tap.
On, and that's 17.
Okay.
Remember the Bane die.
Yes. So that is 25 before the Bane die,
Oof.
and that is 23 after the Bane die.
Okay, so it's gonna take half damage. It's a d8. Okay.
Has at least a +5, if not higher, motherfuck.
It's a big construct. I assume its con save is like a plus 10
It's a
or
big
11.
chungus.
Well, big chungus. He's
Putting the
big.
con and construct, I guess.
Go chungus.
So it's 31, so it's I take half
15.
of 31.
So 15, and
Lost
what type of
that
damage is it?
Thunder. Thunder.
All right, so 15 damage. Cool. So this blast of energies sounding like a thunder strike in front of you. It just shakes the ground, and you see this. The light from the torches kind of wavers a little bit with the force of it. All right, that'll bring us to Chance.
I'm gonna walk up to it. Hey,
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know if you're from here or not, but you suck. And I'm gonna cast inflict wounds at 3rd level on it. And should I not be mistaken, I have advantage on this because the guiding bolt is still up.
Yes.
So that's a pretty good first roll. Can we get one higher? Nope, I rolled a 19. Plus 11, so a 30.
I was gonna say a 19, huh? All right, yeah, a 30 definitely hits.
Let's go. Give me some good rolls. Not horrible, not horrible. So that is 33 points of necrotic damage.
All right, 33 points of necrotic.
And that is my action. As a bonus action, I'm just going to stand there and be like, oh, shit, I'm probably going to get hit.
All right. as you reach forward and touch it, and you see kind of, because for some reason this thing is not immune to necrotic damage, the metals start tarnishing and pitting around its leg where it hits.
I'm glad you tested that out for me.
You're welcome. Fuck.
All right, that'll bring us to Aleska.
I like this look of what just happened. I'm gonna do the same thing, but at 4th level.
All right.
Unfortunately, that's only a 12 to hit.
That does not hit.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, nice try.
Yeah, that's fine.
You've got this.
That's it. That's pretty much my turn.
As you try to reach forward, the creature's walking past you more or less, going towards everyone's. And you kind of get knocked off balance a little bit by its footsteps shaking the ground near you. All right, Mori, as you dodge out of the way of a sword, what would you like to do?
If I back the fuck up further, will I get an attack of opportunity against me?
Logically, yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just gonna cast Spiritual Weapon and attack it.
Spiritual
All right.
weapon.
Roll your attack.
This is 19.
A 19 does not hit.
And then for my action, I will cast Toll of the Dead. Please make a Wisdom saving throw. Distract. Minus a 4, please.
All right. I rolled the same thing twice.
Distraction.
Wisdom, right?
Wisdom.
That is a big ol' 7.
Okay, so it will be taking 2d12 points of damage. Oh, that is a big fat 17 points
And
of...
that's psychic damage, correct?
No, it's necrotic.
It's necrotic?
Necrotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What am I
it's
thinking
Soul
is-
of the Dead.
What am I thinking is
It's
psychic
Soul of
damage
the
then?
Dead.
Vicious mockery, dissonant whispers.
I mean, the way the spell is described, like it's a thing that they hear pretty much, and you would think because it's a sound that I get, but necrotic is whatever.
Still, yet again, why is this fucking golem not immune to necrotic? The fuck is this stat block? You said 19?
12 plus 17.
17. All right.
That's a pretty good 2d12 roll.
I rolled
As
a
you-
12 on
You see kind of across its body these marks of tarnish and cracks start appearing against its armor. Makes sense. Totally. All right. It is now the golem's turn. As it is being pelted by you two.
Has it moved out of my range yet? Because you said it was walking past me.
Kind of around you. Because you gotta remember, it's a large creature, so it's 10 foot. So it's kind of 5, like on the other side of you now at this
Okay,
point.
but it hasn't left my range.
Not yet, no.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Because yeah, again, as I was assuming you guys were more or less near it, whatever you started this.
Yeah.
Not like right up against it. You were right up against it, but everyone else is kind of 10, 15 feet back.
Yeah.
All right, it is going to take 2 swipes, one at Mori and one at Chance.
Hell yeah.
Giant sword. Mori,
Bane is
that
still up,
is
right?
a 16 minus. That's only a 12, so you managed to duck out of the way of its sword as it continues to slam into the ground. The second pull, and it swings down again towards Chance.
I'm tiny.
You did lots of damage to it. It is not happy about that.
Very small.
Let's see. That is 21 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. Actually, also wait. You cast spiritual weapon.
It's on.
I did not.
It's a concentration.
Is it not? What the
No,
fuck?
it's not.
I'm really
Spiritual
fucking up
weapon
today.
is-
What the fuck?
It's a very weird spell. It should be concentration, but it's not.
It's like the one spell that like just lasts.
I know, my brain's just like, wait a minute, it exists, it stays. Why is it not concentration? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
All
just
right.
one of those good ones.
Does Bane apply to damage rolls?
Nope, just to attack and.
Yeah, D20 rolls.
Okay, so it's still 21, still a hit. That is. How do I do math?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know.
29 slashing damage.
Nice.
Oof.
I would like to be like, ow, that really hurt. You suck. And use my reaction to use Wrath of the Storm. I need it to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. That's a big fat 11.
That fails, so it will be taking 2d8 thunder damage.
All right.
That's an 8, yes. Okay, cool. That's cocked. So it takes 8 thunder damage.
All right. As the giant brass sword swings and slams into your body, digging into your side, you gotta try and catch it and hold it back. Lightning just arcs across the blades, up towards its body, and you see it freeze and tense for a moment before pulling the sword back off of you. All right. That'll bring us right back to Belrith.
Cool. Did it look like it got hurt when I hit it with guiding bolt last time?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna do that again then.
All right. Roll your attack.
I'm gonna be one trick pony tonight.
Do it again.
I mean, why not, right? That's a 25.
A 25 does hit.
Sorry, I can't. It's 11:30. I can. What's math?
Yep.
It's a. Oh no! I lost all of the. Hold on. I lost all of the d6s. I'm trying to find the colors that I had out. Shane, you are making it harder to think.
Also, you gotta be careful of that copyright. If you're singing it too well, Shane.
If we get a copyright
algorithm's
strike
gonna
on this
pick it up.
YouTube video, I will be so upset.
I lost. Oh no, here it is. Okay, found it. Okay, cool. Oh my god. Okay, that's That's 29 points of damage.
All right.
Damn, feeding it right back to what it's dealing to us.
Yeah,
You get 29 points of damage.
Stop
You get 29.
hitting my friends.
Belrith is the Oprah of this game.
You get a 29. You get a 29.
Well, the golem was dealing 29 as well. That's the joke I was making.
Nice.
All right.
I just have enough. You know what that means. It's a good sign.
All right. 29 damage. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I'd like to move away from the creature.
Are you sure you want to do that?
How close is it?
Move
Yet
behind
again,
it.
I was assuming you guys were in a group and you were relatively nearby.
No, I said last turn I moved away from it as far as I could get. So unless it came up to me, I am as far away from it as I can get so then I can continue to do guiding bolt.
It did move on its turn.
And I did not, I didn't move
It
towards,
moved towards you guys last turn.
okay, I didn't move towards anybody else. I moved away.
Okay, then you would have taken the... okay, never mind. You should have taken an attack of opportunity at that point then, but... We will...
It wasn't close to me from the start because I was in the back.
It has a
Was it?
10-foot reach.
Yeah, it's
So
got
unless you were like
space.
way past everyone, you would have been
So
still
then
hit.
so then I shouldn't have been able to do the first guiding bolt.
Well, no, guiding bolt is.
You could have been in the back of the group and 10 feet away, but you would have still been within melee of it.
Okay. Sure,
Alright.
sure.
So, all right, no worries. All right, Vax, it is your turn.
All right, I'm realizing I'm like, wait, I have good armor, and I forget I can do this. I'm gonna do inflict wounds at What level though is this
We're
at?
trying to outdo each other with the
Yeah.
If I want, I could. I haven't cast any fifth level spells yet. Take so many die. Tree for funsies. I am going to do it at fifth level. This could suck for depending on how well I roll, but I'm gonna do it at fifth level.
You have advantage, so
7d10.
I have advantage?
yeah, because of the
Yes, it's
guiding bolt.
Oh,
Next
alright.
attack on it has advantage.
So that first one is a 27. Do you want me to roll for advantage?
You could get a natural 20.
Yeah.
I didn't. So yeah,
27
27.
still hits though.
Yeah,
Hit
yeah,
that
that's not-
sweet,
that's
sweet 7d10.
7d10, okay. I don't have that many d10s, so we're gonna. Oh god. Oh, wait. God, that's a lot of math I'm doing.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on now, touch this thing. Ba-da-ba-da, can't you see that it is kind of mean? Da-da-da-da.
Who goes after me? Just big question of the
42 damage.
42 damage. All right.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
The golem comes after you.
out of the player characters.
Belrith and Vax.
Okay.
All right, 42
Yeah.
damage as you also rush forward, reaching towards its boot, and the pulse of necrotic energy ripples out. It's like kind of greenish lightning, arcing through it and leaving cracks and scorches against its skin.
Alright, and then bonus action. Just cause I will mass healing word because I don't feel like getting up. And I'll do that at level.
That's 2 spells on the same turn. Only.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can only use a cantrip at this point.
And it'd have to be a bonus action,
Yeah,
which I don't think there are any.
No, because bonus action cantrips would be broken.
Broken.
I think there might be like a couple, but they're like
Well, there's no damaging bonus.
Yeah,
there's no
you should make-
damaging bonus.
most
action
of them are
cantrips.
useless.
Should make True Strike
Right,
a bonus
yeah, that's my
action.
turn. I'm very satisfied with that though.
No, True Strike
Yeah,
is a first level
should-
spell. I'm pretty sure, right? Or is that a cantrip?
It's a cantrip. It's a waste of a cantrip, though.
It's something that I've purged from my memory because it's fucking the worst.
It is the dumbest, yeah.
There are exactly 2 bonus action cantrips: Magic Stone and Shillelagh.
Yep.
Oh, well, Shillelagh makes sense, yeah.
All right.
But it doesn't work with other spell attacks.
Yeah. All right, that brings us right back to Chance.
Taking inspiration. Vax, I really like your style. I'm gonna steal that. And I'm also going to cast Inflict Wounds at 5th level.
You're
Okay.
stealing your own style that was stolen
However-
twice already.
However, I don't get advantage, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, that's not gonna hit because that's only an 18.
19 does not hit. So you kind of reach forward. It just glances down where you are next to Vax and just kind of like shoves its boot towards you, knocking you off kilter.
Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a high level spell.
Next time, Chance.
That was
Alright.
my only chance.
All right, Alesca,
You're
it's
welcome.
your
4
turn
hours
now.
in.
All right.
Go for it. 5th level Inflict Wounds.
I don't have any 5th levels left. I'm gonna run up behind it and try to bestow curse at 4th level using up my last 4th level spell slot. Wisdom save DC 15, which it's probably gonna make,
We will see if I.
even though I think it's still baned.
That doesn't fail, or that fails already with even without the bane. It rolled a 14, so.
Okay, so it is cursed for the duration of the spell, which as of right now, because I use 4th level, is concentration up to 10 minutes.
All right.
Choose one ability score. That target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. Let's call it. Let's call it. It's. Should I do wisdom or con? I don't know what other ones we would be using for attacks against it. Or other
That's
spells.
up to you.
Fucker. Let's say wisdom.
Okay. So
It has disadvantage on wisdom checks and saves. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against me specifically. While it's cursed, my attacks and spells do an extra 1d8 necrotic, and it makes a wisdom save at the beginning of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action doing nothing. Remember that it has disadvantage on those wisdom saves.
okay.
And that's it.
All right. That'll make it Maury's turn then.
Okay, Maury's gonna spiritual weapon. That's an 18. That doesn't hit. But with their action, they're going to reach out their hand, and start whispering again in Infernal, and cast Channel Divinity, Path of the Grave. So the next person, or it's vulnerable to all damage from the next hit. So I just yell out, "Make the next one a big one."
Yeah, so it's the
yes.
next hit, not the next attack. So like,
Grave cleric
even if it's a
abilities.
spell.
The next time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all
Okay,
attacks.
so attack specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an attack.
It is
Ooh.
literally just like a vulnerability, like any damage that's done to it is doubled automatically.
Well, it says specifically from an attack. So a spell attack or a weapon attack.
Yes. It,
so
it does not
inflict
work for
wounds
spells
counts.
that do not have an attack roll.
Yes. Inflict wounds will count.
Oh man, 5th level inflict wounds on a critical with a vulnerability, like quadruple damage.
Yeah, that'd be a one
Oh.
shot.
Oh god.
All right.
And then you hope you don't roll like all ones.
Yeah. If you roll 10s though.
Creature's looking a little hurt. It's not having a good time. It is going to swing down towards probably Chance and Vax at this point.
Let's go for it.
Yes.
So for Chance, that is.
Wait. Is it its turn?
Yes. It's
Did
not
it make
using
its
its
wisdom
action.
save?
It's not
Make a
using
wisdom
its action to break the curse, though.
Well, no, it still has to make a wisdom
that's
save.
not
at the
what it
beginning.
is.
I thought you
At
said
the
if
beginning
it,
of its turn, it
Hold
makes
on,
a
let me-
wisdom save, or it does nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I misheard that then.
And it has disadvantage on those.
Yep.
And banned.
Wisdom save with disadvantage. It only has to beat a 15, but it still has disadvantage. And Bane.
That's a 16, but it's
Oof.
baned, so it's a
Isn't
15.
it only one of these
Mm.
things? So it has to be either choose an ability score, choose a
No,
disadvantage.
this is
Bestow curse, not hex.
from the following options.
Oh.
Man, that makes the. Okay, well, I would have chosen the waste its action. So it gets its action. Fuck all the other things, but it gets its action. Thank you for specifying that, because I was like, this is a dope ass spell.
Yeah, sorry, it's just I take
It's
it
a
all
lot
up.
less
right
dope.
away.
I've never used it before, so
Either way,
yeah,
Never
fuck
used
the
it
other
either,
options,
so-
but
it succeeds
it
either way.
does still have to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Because it rolled a 16, it's -1 from the bane.
Give me the hit. If it hit.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
we got
that
2 tempest.
is 19 minus 3, so 16.
Oh, it's a miss.
Alright, it misses it, swings down, you manage to quickly sidestep it, slamming into the tiles around you. And Vax, that is a chonky hit. I don't think this is going to affect it at all. No, that's still 26 to hit.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
Alright.
Then of course I'm gonna rack the
drop
sword,
that.
but I'll let you tell me how hurt I am first.
Math. How do I do math? 26 slashing damage.
Alright, and I'm going to... Oh, I did the wrong number. That would be good. And I will cast... Or use Wrath of Storm, so it has to make a DC 17 of Dex.
Okay.
Hitting it from all edges with thunder and lightning.
So that's a 9, so it's a failure.
Yeah, okay. So that'll be 10 thunder damage.
Alright. As the blade sinks down, slashes through you, just a burst of electricity shoots through it, up the sword into its body. Okay.
Whoa.
That brings us right back around as it draws its blade back. That would be Belra's turn.
All right, I don't have inflict wounds because it doesn't fit the character, so I'm gonna just hit it with a 5th level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Ooh.
Roll
Ooh.
for attack.
Oh, yes.
That is a 23.
A 23 hits.
Let's go.
Double the
Give
damage.
that double damage. Double radiant. Double radiant damage to this guy. Yeah.
Double radiant damage off the butt.
You're making it very hard to count.
I'm sorry.
Where's the other one? Oh. So that's 26. Not doubled.
How do you want to do this?
Hey.
I just blast it
52
in the
double,
chest and then explode it from the inside out.
All right. So you, with your frustration with all this movement going on, a bright beam of light forms in your hand of this blue aura, just shoots through your hand and blasts a hole straight through the creature. You just see these cracks form, leaking light through it before its form itself just shatters into pieces, raining down over top of you guys. Congratulations.
It's raining this man.
Let's-
Hallelujah. It's raining this man.
Let's open that door.
Yeah.
Open that door.
Have I
Alright.
told you all that you are extremely powerful and effective?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I must say, it is a thrill to fight beside you all.
It's been an honor. Now let's go through that door. Because if I remember correctly, there's still people in our town possibly dying.
I guess.
Oh, they're all fine.
anyone
It's
else
all
been-
good.
Has anyone else been wondering what this all actually has to do with everything that's going on there? I mean, you know, we did have the visions and all that, but like,
Gonna be-
my
got-
deity doesn't normally commune with me that way.
Could it be that it was
Answers will be through this door.
an inescapable death of everything around us and we were the ones who were chosen to be kept alive? Maybe.
Plot twist, it was just to get you away from the city so you don't all die.
We come back out, everything's destroyed except this box.
God knows me in this, I know. Because you favored me
Well,
for the
like-
first time.
There were people who were all furry and scaly. Not like the normal furry and scaly, but you know, you saw it too. You walked through it. I haven't seen any indication of that being connected to this place we've walked through.
I guess
I'm gonna open this door.
I mean,
Make-
I assume we're walking and talking. I'm not trying to hold anyone up from opening the door. Also, we probably could have opened the door as soon as it stepped away and just snuck through while it smashed down at us.
Yes,
Trying to
There's
banish
no fun in
it.
that.
Just like get it away, be like,
It's only going to take
Of
us a
course,
minute
I would
to get
I would
in.
never turn my back on an enemy, but that probably was an option.
looks back
I open the door.
As you open the double doors into it, you're immediately faced with a long hallway framed by bookshelves in stacks of rows going all the way back. Kind of a slow stair step slope up various ways, and at the very end you see a large heavy wooden desk with a chair in front of it, similar to your visions.
Here we go.
To approach up the stairwell, you guys see sitting on the desk itself is a long wooden and stone staff with a large crystal carved into the top of it. And there's an open book in front of it on the desk.
What does the book say?
What year is it?
Why did I immediately think that, but I didn't say it out loud?
Who speaks Elvish?
I do.
Oh, I don't know. Give me one
Alaska
second.
does.
Oh, I do.
Not me.
Those of you that speak
I'm
Elvish, there are notes on the book and diagrams and several pictures of runes, and it seems to be an experiment log of how to develop a kind of much more powerful artifact capable of dispelling large spells and rituals.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I think that staff is that artifact.
Hmm.
Context.
I'm
is
just
what you
surprised
get.
this wasn't.
I'm good with context.
I'm just
That's
surprised
about
this
it.
wasn't written in the same gobbledygook language that the box was.
Of note, it's probably something you would notice very quickly. As you lean in to read it and start moving towards the desk, there is a skeleton in the chair.
Ooh.
Hello,
friend.
sir.
Hello.
Sorry, is this your friend?
Kelly's like, dead things.
I would like to go up to the skeleton and cast Speak with Dead.
Kelly,
I mean, that's what you
We're in
do.
a rush. There's a disaster. There's a war going on. I want to talk to the skeleton man.
And also, like,
Stopped for dinner.
Honestly, though, it's the best source of answers. Like,
As,
worm guy and statue weren't going to tell us anything.
uh,
Are there parameters to that spell? Besides it
grant the
having a
sense of
head?
life and intelligence. The corpse must have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Its answers are only brief, cryptic, and repetitive. Or answers are usually brief, cryptic, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
repetitive.
Okay.
And the corpse. Okay.
I just want to make sure there wasn't an age limit or on anything.
Yeah. I'm just going to ask the corpse a very simple question.
As you
Which,
cast the spell, just kind of.
oh gosh. How'd you die?
Oh God.
I'm sorry, I know it's midnight.
I died as I lived, painfully.
A skeleton.
Skelly man. That staff. We were tasked to seek it. Does it do as the book describes?
If my work is correct, and it often is, then yes.
Does anyone else have any questions for this corpse? I'm just gonna turn and like be like, hello.
Yeah. How do we get out of here?
How do we get out of here?
The front,
Through the front door.
door.
Where is the front door? Can you provide us some directions?
How many questions are you allowed?
I'm allowed 5. This
5.
is my 4th.
Past the dining hall.
Past the dining hall.
Well, that makes sense. That's where we kind of showed up.
That makes sense. I just didn't know whether or not, like, we showed up in like an empty room. We didn't see any door behind us. I kind of assumed we were just trapped in here. I don't think any of us looked behind us. Does anyone have a 5th question? What was the curse that was placed upon you that made you seek this?
I bear no curse except hubris. And the
Nice.
skeleton collapses forward.
Alright, I'm gonna grab its skull and give it a proper burial later.
Okay. You pick up this ancient skull. The bones are
Maybe I'll
just
have more questions.
dry
for it. I'm
and
gonna-
bleached.
Who wants to grab the staff, and do they want some resistance?
I've already grabbed the staff.
All right, Chance,
You already got it.
as you reach forward and grab the staff, you are flashed, almost like lightning striking on a black backdrop, a vision of holding the
That kind of
staff
flash,
out,
okay.
brief knowledge, and then a picture of the staff radiating light up into the sky.
Whoa!
Did you see that, Chomps?
Light
Cool, let's leave.
and the sky.
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
This man is an archpriest of the fucking Church of Gilmarie. All right. I'm assuming you guys are just going back the way you came.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You guys follow the path you had taken prior through the hall of venues, back through the bestiary, or back through the laboratory, through the bestiary again, and through to the front dining hall. And as you guys pass through the front door that you had originally entered the dining hall from, you see on a table in the kind of off towards the back of it, just a small circular end table, is a similar box to the one you've seen prior.
And start solving the puzzle again.
All right. Repeating the motions that you'd seen, just with one push, all of a sudden just you're all lifted into a black void, falling weightless for a moment before landing back in the same cathedral that you'd seen prior.
Is there chaos still going on outside?
Make a perception check.
I sort of hope so.
19.
19. As you land, you start thinking, I wonder what's going on. You just hear, "Ah!" from outside.
Oh, let's go fix that.
Yes. Let's go.
I walk outside and I remembering the vision of the staff I got when I picked it up, look at whatever this storm is and just like slam it on the ground and be like, hey, stop.
As you go outside, you are faced with a scene of chaos as civilians are being chased by monsters. And quickly you just slam the staff into the ground. And you see runes similar to the ones you've seen on the notes light up along the whole staff, spiraling up before they finally light the blue crystal at the top, about the size of a fist. It glows bright, almost painfully bright, as you guys stare at it, and suddenly a beam of light shoots out of the top of it, piercing through the clouds, and just suddenly the storm disperses, and the creatures you see attacking the civilians suddenly shift, the scales falling away, the fur and mangled body parts shifting back into space, and all of them collapse onto the ground, human once again. And the staff blows, the crystal at the top shattering into dust. But for a brief moment, all is quiet.
Well, I think that was successful.
Yeah.
You guys
Want a drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was also going to say we should probably work on figuring out what fucking caused this.
Yes, that does sound delightful.
But a drink first, for sure.
And as you all recover from the adventures and fights and stress you've been put under, You guys go and find yourself a place to drink before you continue investigating this problem. And that is where we will end for tonight. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the chaos and all the interesting parts when you delve into the dungeon of a mage. But, thank you all. Again, remember, next show is Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Mystery of the Archmage. And, have a good evening. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.